members. Welcome to Culture Club USA Live. Thank you so much, guys, for your patience. How's everybody doing? Now, I do have a monitor here for my chat. So let me say hello to everyone, first of all. Tim, you're getting ready to make that trip soon, aren't you, to go get Dove? How are you? We've got the Walrus here. Dove, obviously, you're here. You're always here, you guys. Siege D, what's going on? King Bluto is in the house. Tyrants beware. Fun last night, by the way. Drew Boo, how are you, Drew? Oh, by the way, Audrey says hi. She's at an event tonight. Who else is here that I missed? Okay, we are going to have some fun tonight. If I missed anybody... Oh, I'm in there. Hello to Culture Club. Now we're gonna have some fun tonight. Now, I love my OnlyFans on trials, right? But everybody wanted me to do the Crucible, right? I got so many messages about it with Daisy Chen, and in watching it, I realized that there is a rumble in the Manosphere. There is most certainly a rumble in the Manosphere. Okay, now you guys know I cover a lot of Manosphere podcasts, and Fresh and Fit is one of them, right? Now, the case with Daisy Chen is okay, and I'm not going to be able to resist making fun of her a little bit too. So let's have some fun tonight. Now, we're going to talk about how the CCU has infiltrated the Manosphere. Okay. And we're going to also talk about the Crucible and how incredibly insane he is. So let's start with my first clip. Okay, let's get to it. The first clip that I'm going to show you is a clip from the Whatever podcast. Now, Daisy Chen, for those of you who don't know, is accusing, Fresh or Walter from Fresh and Fit of a whole lot of things, a whole lot of accusations. One of them is getting her pregnant. I mean, okay, and it's alleged, by the way. Now, we're going to walk down this really fun path here, and you're going to see why I think that she is a spy. Okay? Now, you're going to let me know if you guys agree or don't. All right, we're going to start with the first clip, and then we're going to get into it. You guys ready? All right, here we go.
And get the fuck out of here.
What the
you make me sick.
Wait, Andrew.
So hold on. For those of you who are not aware of who this is, the girl in the purple here, that's Daisy Chen. Now, she is Chinese, okay? She's a Chinese nationalist, and she was dating Fresh from Fresh and Fit, okay? That's public knowledge. He was very open about that. And apparently, she got pregnant. Allegedly. Now, we don't know if any of this is true. Let's keep that in mind, okay? And she says that he, I don't want to say forced, but that's what she says, her to have an abortion. Now, this is going to be fun, guys. All right, I digress. So remember, this one in the purple is Daisy, and also the one sitting right next to her is a friend of hers who she brought on the podcast. Now, she's been dragging this girl everywhere, who apparently also had an affair with Fresh. All right, I digress. Let's dive in.
Andrew. Make me sick. I don't want to hear shit, Brian. I want him out. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with your bullshit false allegations. You both fucking suck. Your stories are bullshit. And by the way,
I thought you could calm down.
What happened here?
Now you're taking your mask off.
This guy humped you and he dumped you and you want
mask off now. You're finally showing your true color because.
First of all, I can't resist. I mean, she like, mask off. You finally taking your mask off. You finally showing your true color. I come here I'm Chinese national. Okay, you don't talk to me like that. Okay, I know about you. You Crucible, you think you talk to me like this? No. Okay, you finally taking your mask off. Okay, now I want you to look at something here. This girl is dripping in Chanel, okay? It could be St. John, but I think it's Chanel. She's got Chanel earrings. I mean, costume jewelry that costs like $1,500 for earrings. Costume jewelry, okay? Chanel head to toe. She's at Van Cleef all the time. She loves all of this expensive stuff, okay? just keep this in mind. I want to know how she affords all of this. Okay? Just a little question to keep running in the back of your head. Okay.
Here.
Because you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, shut up. Shut up.
Thanks for showing us who you are. We're not getting off. We're not leaving. We are not leaving. We're the guests here. We are not leaving.
Oh, you demand to stay? Well, then stay in silence while we get to the rest of the girl.
We're not staying in silence. Because we're the guests here. That's the main reason why we're here. Why should we be silent?
And now you're unguested. I'm pulling rank.
Who are you?
Fuck out. Get out.
Who the hell are you to tell me that?
I'm the guy on this end of the screen. Get up.
You have no right and power. No, because you're afraid to play this video.
We're not
You're not Walter. So shut the fuck up.
You're here on a visa from the Chinese government.
You are not the father.
American citizen.
Now you have to give it to the Crucible. He is coming at this girl. I have never seen anyone coming at her like this. Okay? Aside from Myron, but not in person. You have to understand. I mean, yes, it's virtual, but he is literally like annihilating her right now. She's in shock. So she is so used to jumping from podcast to podcast and everyone acquiescing to her. Oh, Myron, Fresh got me pregnant. I mean, I had baby. I know him 1 month. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was Chinese this, a Chinese that, and he pressured me. He want have baby with me, and I told him, God want you have baby, okay? I not kill baby. I know. Listen to all of these things that this woman goes down, and how she just she says this, she says that, she says that, she says this, she says this, she says that, and it's just amazing to me how a Chinese nationalist, not a citizen here. She hasn't even been here for 4 or 5 months, something like that. Okay. Can just come over here and in this short amount of time, not only infiltrate the space like this. Think about this. This woman has literally turned the manosphere upside down. This woman, look at her. And she's coming on here talking like, look at her. Okay. Look at this. How is this even possible? All right. Now, a lot of you are thinking, oh, she's stupid. She's dumb. Okay. But you know what? Her crudeness, in my opinion, is deliberate. And it's working. Watch, you'll see. I digress.
Afraid to play this video.
We're not. You're
not Walter. So shut the fuck up.
You're here on a visa from the Chinese government.
You are not the father.
American citizen.
You're not even father.
You need to get the fuck out of that studio.
No,
I don't. That's what you need to do.
I'm not going to.
Now I want you to notice what he just said. Okay. He says to her, you're here on a visa from the Chinese government. Okay. Get out of this studio. Like, I did an episode some weeks ago discussing this, how I feel, okay, that the manosphere, the whole manosphere space is being completely infiltrated by spies, by FBI agents, by the Communist Party, okay, by CIA agents, and God only knows who else. It's like, it's insane to me, if you actually think about it, that this girl, all right, who was some kind of beauty queen or whatever, miss, whatever the heck she was, comes over here, she can barely speak English, and all of a sudden she is a superstar in this space. Like, I mean, this is insane. Like, my father knows who she is. How is that possible in like this short of amount of time? She goes on all of these podcasts, right? Repeating the same thing over and over. And it's all communist talking points, all feminist talking points. And again, it's working. All right.
You're here on a visa from the Chinese government.
You are not the father.
American citizen.
You're not even father.
You need to get the fuck out of that studio.
No,
That's
I don't.
What you need to do.
I'm not going to.
Just let him yell. Let him.
See? This is the type of guy that's teaching you guys for being an irresponsible man.
Did you hear what she just said? She said, you see? This is the type of guy that's teaching you guys how to be an irresponsible man. This is the type of guy that is teaching you guys how to be an irresponsible man. I found that very interesting. those words coming out of her mouth. So she's in a Manosphere space talking to the audience, okay? Talking to millions of people. There are millions of subscribers on the... Look, if most of you know what the Whatever podcast is, Fresh and Fit, right? These channels have millions of subscribers. Millions, okay? Now think about this. She's telling those people, this is the kind of man that's putting out a message. What message? And what exactly is she talking about? Now, I want you to think about this quickly. This is very important. Oh, people will say, oh, it's just the internet. It's just this, it's just that. Oh, whatever, right? Well, think about it. This is an election year, all right? We all know that the Manosphere, the red pill, whatever you want to call it, okay? Even the trad cons, which you know how I feel about that, whatever. Even they, okay, all of these spaces, we know which way they lean politically, right? And are we not in an election year right now? This is a disruption. This is a disruption. Think about all of the men that are influenced by these spaces. Think about that. Okay. They don't push communist values, I'll tell you that. And we all know that they do not like feminism. So what is she doing? She's diluting this message. She's disrupting the space. She's become the superstar of the Manosphere. Okay, Rollo Tomasi has taken a side seat right now because it is all about Daisy. All right, I digress.
Can I see this video?
He's showing us that's who he is right now. Exactly the same as Walter Weeks.
You mean awesome in every way? I'm sorry that you went down.
You yelled at us
huffed
first.
you and you couldn't entrap him in your little fucking CCP scam. I'm terribly sorry that happened. That you went down on a student visa. Fuck this guy. He nutted in you a ton of times by your own admission. You let him, and then you tried to entrap him. You released the recording, and it didn't go over exactly how you thought it would go over, did it?
Then
How did
I
that
better
work
keep
out
the
for you?
kid.
It didn't work
Why
out
didn't
so
I keep
well
the
when
kid?
you tried to entrap this guy.
Why didn't I keep the kid? Okay, then I should have kept the kid. Why didn't I keep the kid? Well, maybe because you don't have no kid. We don't know if that is the kid or not, okay? Because I gotta tell you something right now. Many people can go and get sonogram fake everything, fake pregnancy test. How you not know if you don't have the baby? You killed the kid. So where the kid? How we know it's a kid? The whole thing could be nothing but a lie, okay? Just to get inside. And by the way, I want to tell you something right now. She inside whatever podcast, okay? She could be going through Brian underwear right now in the other room. You don't know what she is doing. You understand? Here we go again, just like Sneeko and all of it, and Pixie in this one's house. What are these women doing inside these spaces? Who knows what she's been doing in there? Think about it. All right. My father was in intelligence. Okay. I mean, hello. This is insanity. This is insanity. Crucible, I was like, wow, he's pretty smart. He's slick. I mean, we all know he's brilliant, right? But I thought it was really interesting that he didn't show up. Now, he's been showing up a lot to the Whatever podcast, right? But he chose to do this one virtually. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in her presence either, Andrew. Smart move. Okay? Just keep that in mind, okay? This is, to me, what you call a honeypot. Think about it.
Trap this guy, did it, lady?
Why did I keep the kid? I should have kept the kid.
Believe you, Broad.
Brian cannot stop laughing. I've never seen Brian laugh this much, actually. He can't control himself. Even Madison is like, oh my God. Madison, like, by the way, I'm not Chinese. Okay, Madison's like, by the way, somebody sent me a message, by the way, and said that her IQ was like 120. She has like an insane IQ. Madison, we know you are not a Chinese national. We know you're not Chinese. I just want to make sure you know everyone knows that. Because she's sitting there like, I am intelligent, I'm bright, and she is not a part of my culture. Okay? Don't get it confused. All right? I'm just saying.
to entrap this guy, did it, lady?
Why did I keep the kid? I should have kept the kid.
We don't fucking believe you, broad. We don't believe you.
You don't have to believe me. Josh will. You don't have to, because you are nobody.
Human dog shit.
You are shit. You are disgusting. I didn't like you from the first time I saw you. Because you hate women. You hate women. You understand?
Wait, guys.
You hate women. You hate women. You understand? Because I bootleg Fresh Baby anyway. Okay? That's how we do that. You don't know nothing about me. You hate women. You don't know nothing about what I go through. No. First of all, have you looked at this woman? I mean, the amount of plastic surgery that she's had done is like, who knows what she is? At first, I wasn't sure what was going on, and that's all I'm going to say, because, you know, we don't want YouTube, like, shutting me down. I've been shut down 3 times in the last 7 days, all right? We don't need you guys. Oh, by the way, somebody just sent me a super chat. Thank you so much. BJAJ347. I was waiting on you to react to this one. Well, you got it. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And you got it. You got it. She's a character and a half. Now, before we go and let this finish, a honeypot, okay? Now, people are saying, oh, this isn't political. It's very political. Okay, I'm going to keep reiterating this, okay? These platforms are extremely influential. Okay, especially to young men, voting age men, okay? These platforms are extremely influential, okay? Yes, platforms like this, like Tim Pool, Timcast, like, Fresh and Fit, whatever podcast, all of them, okay? Crowder, they all have the capabilities of moving how people vote, right? And like I said, remember, we all know which way the Manosphere leans politically. All right? Now, that's why when I say honey trap, okay, it's the old age trope, and that's the honey trap. Let's go. You know what's coming.
You have no respect for women. That's why you're here arguing right now.
You respect women.
Wait a minute. I have another super chat. Man with no name 743. Lucky numbers. I love those numbers, 743. Thank you so much. And I love it. It's just a sticker and a little dancing man saying thank you. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go.
Brought up the video, you told me to leave.
You murdered your child.
He does that.
Andrew.
It's Mother's Day. How do you like that? You murdered your kid. Happy Mother's Day, murderer. And the woman next to you, she...
Now, this is what I love about the Crucible. He says it like no one else. Brian would never dare say this. Happy Mother's Day, you murderer. Yeah, that she is. Well, we don't know that, actually, Andrew, because we don't know if there ever was a baby, do we? Isn't that funny? A baby just disappears, okay?
Happy Mother's Day, murderer. And the woman next to you, she agrees with me. How does that make you feel? How does that make the entire CCP feel that you're down here getting impregnated and murdering your offspring? How does that make you feel, ladies? Does that make you feel good?
Joe, calm down.
Whoa.
Joe, calm down. I want you to notice. He said how the CCP, he mean Chinese Communist Party. Okay? Just in case you don't know. Chill, calm down. Chill, calm down. Okay? Chill, calm down, Andrew. Chill, calm down. Calm down. This woman is insane.
What the hell is going on?
Another super chat. Hold on. You are the poster woman of God-gifted talent. Oh my God. Thank you so much. What a compliment. I could take a compliment. I'm not one of these girls that can't take compliments. I love it. I'm sorry. Sometimes my mother if somebody will say something, she'll be like, God. And I'll be like, why? It's a compliment. I like it. Thank you. BJ347. Okay.
Wait, hold on. This whole CCP angle here is totally new to me. Are you involved with the Communist Party of China?
I'm not going to talk about anything
Well, hold on. If you omit here,
yeah, can you badmouth?
I'm not going to talk
publicly,
about.
can you badmouth the CCP for us, just so that we know you're not a communist spy? Can you badmouth the CCP?
I don't
Can you
talk
say
about
that the
politics.
CCP is bad?
Why do you bring up politics?
I'm asking
We're not
you,
here
can
to
you
talk about
badmouth? Can you badmouth the CCP right now, live on this show, or are you?
I
or
don't
can
know
you not?
what you're talking about.
wait, is this?
You know
I
what
don't
the
talk
CCP
about
is, don't you?
politics. No, I don't know. So
You
we're
don't
not
know-
here
you
to
don't know
talk
what the
about
Communist
this.
Party of your own country is? Can you criticize a single politician from your country right now?
Wait,
Can
where's
you
this
even do
coming
it?
Why do you even talk about my country? What's that got to do
Because
with
I
you?
know exactly what your country does with these entrapment work
Go to my
fees. I
country
know
and talk
exactly
about
what
this.
they do.
This is the only way you can talk about. This is the only thing you can brought up. Now you're going to
Wait, hold
criticize
on.
my country?
Very interesting, right? You find that interesting, guys, or what? She doesn't want to talk about her country? Well, why is that? Well, I think we all know, right? This is political espionage, okay? See, she is a honey trap. Wait till you see where this goes. And it's not just about the baby, okay? It's not just about the baby. This is just a little snidbit where we're going with this tonight. I digress.
I'm not.
So
about,
now you're going to
wait, hold
criticize
on.
my country?
Let me just ask
Because you have
Andrew a
nothing else
question.
to say.
Daisy,
You know you're wrong.
Let me.
Because you know you are a loser and you're wrong.
Andrew, let me ask you a
Play
question.
the video.
Andrew, let me ask you a question.
Play the video.
Are you? I don't want to promote any misinformation on my platform. Are you alleging that this whole thing, this is breaking news, that this whole thing was like some CCP attack on Walter?
Well, I don't know. She's here on a work visa. You know, she.
So wait, you said I'm here on a student visa. Now I'm on work visa?
She's releasing audio. It sure sounds like some CCP style
Is
espionage.
Walter a politician? Is Walter
Is this a
politician?
DHS hit?
Is Walter a politician?
Yes.
I'm asking you.
Yes. His
No,
show
he's
is
not.
highly political and highly politically engaged. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if you were part of some CCP spy network, like many have been, the upper echelons of government. It wouldn't surprise me a bit.
You hear that? Is Walter a politica? She's saying, is Walter a politician? Well, this is why I say this is espionage. This is political espionage. This is how powerful the Manosphere has become. Okay. The Manosphere is so powerful in this election year, especially, that they have sent a Chinese asset to infiltrate it, among others. Okay? You've heard me talking about Pixie. We haven't seen her in a while, huh? Well, maybe hopefully my video had something to do with it. I doubt it. I wish it did. Who knows? Look at Jasmine Jafar. What about Farha Khalidi? How are all of these women, and Farha, okay, admitted out of her own mouth on the Whatever podcast that she worked for 4 years for Gloria Steinem's organization, okay? People, then she tweeted days ago that she was working for Biden doing all this. Now she's not. Apparently she's fired. Really? Okay. This is very, very serious. This seems cute and funny and all this, but this is actually very, very serious. This country is under attack. I do not understand why the Manosphere is allowing these women in their spaces. What has this become? This is insane to me. They are literally collecting information. You have an actual Chinese spy sitting across from Brian, okay? He's the one running the podcast, Brian Atlas. I mean, they have like 4 million subscribers. Think about it. This is insane. This woman has been on every podcast, yapping. Nothing happens to her. Nothing happens to her. She's been accused of a whole bunch of things. Nothing happens. All right, I digress.
I didn't know that he was going to come in with the CCP angle. I swear I'm serious. Like, this is... I don't know where he's even getting this shit.
Brian is like, Brian, you know what? I hope that was planned, because if it's not, if I ever do meet you from afar, I'm going to have somebody spank you. All right. You better have known that. All right. And if not, he's like, sometimes he acts like like the one, like you broke something, or your mom's dish, you're playing around and it's you and your girlfriends, and he's the one that's like, I didn't do it. I was standing over there. Not me. I had no clue he was going to say anything about want the Communist Party of China. I don't want China after. Like, Brian, stop. Kick the broad out, okay? Literally. I just cannot understand how the Manosphere is allowing these people to become stars. Think about it. This woman is an actual celebrity. She's an actual star because of this, because of all the men that have allowed her on the platforms to speak.
I don't know where he's even getting this shit from.
All right. Let me check the chat. Okay, we have some Alan. Hello, Alan. Welcome, Alan. Alan says hello to Dove. You must be a friend of Dove's. Keen Sweat. This makes me rethink the sudden disappearance of Kevin Samuels. Dead out of nowhere, nurse, nobody. I found that to be extremely suspicious. Let's think about this for a second. That whole situation, Kevin Samuels, very, very influential. Very influential. A lot of power, okay? For him to be in the kind of shape he was in, right? I mean, we're not talking about somebody that would just die of a heart attack or a congestive heart failure or any of that, right? And you have a nurse in the house with you. She can't resuscitate you? Where's the defibrillator? Nothing? I don't know. Very, very suspicious. I'd like to do a whole show on that one day. Wayne is in the house. Byron is in the house. MDB 999. I'm just going to call you 999 from now on, okay? He's a regular. We love him. He says, Brian is such a drama queen. I agree. Madison keeps him calm, maybe, I think. Guys, like, seriously, if Let's is in the house, hello. Anybody else that I'm missing? We know Drew. Oh, we have a new one. Chaos Confessional. You are incredible, DiBRAVA. Thank you so much. I love how I just stumble on the nicest chats. Thank you for the content you bring to YouTube. I really appreciate you. And I love the American flags and the red, white, and blue. Absolutely. King Bluto. I love it. You're always in the chat. I don't know why it's so hard for me to at you sometimes. It doesn't work in my thing. I actually have a little thing saved so that it all comes up and then I just press the at and press copy. All right, let's keep it going. Let's go into the second clip. All right, the next clip is a news clip. And I'm going to show you now the difference between a high-level spy and a low-level spy. Okay? Now, I'll get deeper into that after. Now, Daisy is a low-level spy, but you'll see where I'm going with this in a second. All right, you ready for the next clip? Here we go.
Spy story first reported by Axios. It's about a Chinese intelligence operation on U.S. soil targeting American politicians with a female operative who had ties to a Democratic congressman and intimate relationships with at least 2 Midwestern mayors.
It is a story straight out of a spy novel alleging steaminess and skullduggery stretching from China to Capitol Hill. Her name, Christine Fong.
The news, straight out of a spy novel. This is actually real. Some of you may know this story. This is actually disturbing where this is going. And there's probably many more of these women that no one's caught yet. Just think about that. I digress.
Stretching from China to Capitol Hill. Her name, Christine Fong. And according to an Axios investigation, a suspected Chinese intelligence operative who targeted up-and-coming politicians from 2011 to 2015.
2011 to 2015. 2011 to 2015. I mean, let's look at the two things going on right here. How do you, like, explain this to me. How do you have a Chinese spy? Okay. And this is the news, people. And this was everywhere. This is not just me coming up with some, audacious idea. Okay. This woman was a spy, is a spy. Because in my opinion, once a spy, always a spy. I mean, and you're in Washington. You've infiltrated Washington, congressmen, senators. Like, this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. From 2011 to 2000. Hello? I mean, God, at least make it like 4 months, 6 months. No, we're talking years.
2011 to 2015. It began years ago, it is alleged, through charm and campaign fundraising. But the biggest fish she targeted, according to Axios, California Congressman Eric Swalwell, a Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee. Fong was a fundraiser in Swalwell's 2014 campaign and helped get an intern a spot on his staff. An FBI counterintelligence team was so alarmed by Fong's...
Can you imagine? Helped get an intern. Here we go. You just couldn't hire a normal average prostitute. You couldn't just do it like the rest of them. No, you had to go and get a spy in the White House. Unbelievable.
An intern a spot on his staff. An FBI counterintelligence team was so alarmed by Fong's efforts, according to the report, they alerted Swalwell, who immediately cut off all ties and says he offered help to the FBI. He is not accused of any wrongdoing. It was around that time of that investigation.
Not accused of any wrongdoing. Not accused of any wrongdoing. Really?
He is not accused of any wrongdoing. It was around that time of that investigation that Axios reports Fong returned to China.
A bombshell new report says a suspected Chinese spy targeted California politicians. And one of her biggest targets was Bay Area Representative Eric Swalwell. KPI X5's Andrea Borba live at the Chinese consulate in San Francisco to break it all down, how it worked. Andrea?
Course it was California. Sloppy, of course, or by design, who knows?
Well, this spy was allegedly a student who had close contacts with people here inside the Chinese consulate until she left the country about 5 years ago. This woman, Christine Fang,
Now, are you looking at this? How do they always have these pictures? Remind you of Daisy? Think about it. This can't be Daisy? What's the difference? The news, no. Let's think about this. Does anybody watch the news anymore? No, not really. Does anybody watch Fox? Barely. Anybody that matters? Not really. Do they watch CNN? No. Where is everybody? Everybody is on YouTube. Everybody is on YouTube. Okay? Now, just think about this for a second. This woman is a high-level spy. You're talking about a whole nother level of spies, right? Daisy is an idiot. Not totally, but yeah, she's an idiot. And I just want you gentlemen to think of this. This is how the Chinese Communist Party, the Chinese government, whatever you want to call it, other countries as well, because God knows there's more spies than just Daisy in this country, okay? This is how they view us. This is how they view us. They look at us as stupid, dumbed down. And you know what? They were right. Look, they sent Daisy, an idiot bimbo that looks like a total. I mean, I won't even go. He talk like it. How you have my baby fat? I come to how I even get here. I go Van Cleef, I go Chanel. How I get this? How I get all this money? I mean, think about how you doing this. You come in here, what? You not a prostitute? You know that? You don't get BJ? Huh? Oh no. Okay, seriously. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Insane. Why does this woman even have a picture like this? This is like a headshot for an actress. I mean, what is she auditioning for something? I mean, this is absolutely absurd. Absurd. But again, they look at YouTubers as dumb. So they're like, oh, we'll send the low level ones over there. They send they send the elite spies to the White House, to Congress, all right? They send Daisy to the YouTubers, okay? And you know what? It worked, didn't it? Think about it. Pretty crazy.
This woman, Christine Fang, a Chinese national, was a student at Cal State East Bay and president of the Chinese Student Association. The FBI says she was also a spy who was trying to cozy up to Bay Area politicians. East Bay Congressman Eric Swalwell didn't return our calls, but did give this statement to Politico. I've been a critic of the president. I've spoken out against him. I was on both committees that worked to impeach him. The timing feels like something that should be looked at.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And nothing happened. Nothing happened. Okay? Now, look at this. This is insanity. This is nuts. This is literally a spy, a Chinese spy inside our government, in this man's bedroom. Okay? And Lord only knows what happened there. Okay? The kind of information that she's gotten out of these people is nuts. Honeypots. All right? Entrapment. This is entrapment. This is entrapment.
Looked at. Now, in his statement to Politico, Congressman Swallow also said that he has no plans on stepping off of the House Intelligence Committee at this point, that congressional leadership already knew about this contact with Christine Fang. Live outside the Chinese consulate in San Francisco, Andrea Borba, KPIX5.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let me check the chat now. Okay, my chat is up. Siege D, thank you for the super chat. That's why I date Asian girls instead of Asians. Wait a minute, Siege. Wait, a Asian is that white and Asian? I'm assuming. Okay, I love it. I love it. Okay, who else is in here? Who else is in here talking? Anybody think? Oh, Luffy Gamer 1. Hi, Cece. Hey, how are you? Anybody else think that Daisy is a spy? Now we have Dr. Crispy Rothschild. Interesting name there. Are you a spy to spy on me? I come back. I call Daisy. I call Daisy and she spy back on you, Rothschild. Okay. I know you own nothing. You own everything. Okay. I know. Money, this, that. I know. Okay. World Bank. Okay. Don't come on my chat trying to spy. I'm just kidding. You know that, right? All right. All right. I digress. Oh, another one. Jim. Welcome. Thank you for the hearts. You know, I love a compliment. I'm taking that as a compliment. Okay, here we go. Now, the next clip is back to the Whatever podcast. All right. I'm just going to say it again. I'm going to say it one more time. Remember, the Manosphere is an extremely influential space. This is very, very serious. It's an extremely influential space. This is not a joke, okay? Elders and people, you know, your grandparents, they'll be like, oh, it's just you too, but it's nothing. No, it's very, very serious. It's very serious. Everyone is on YouTube. YouTube, you know, it's like my nephew, he's like 5. He's like, what do you want to be? I want to be a YouTube star. Crazy, right? Okay, that's where we're at. No one's paying attention to the news. Just remember, this is serious. Okay, we are going to show you another clip. And we're going to go back to the beginning. This is closer to the beginning of when Daisy started speaking on the Whatever podcast. All right. And we'll get into what she says in a few. Here we go.
Where are my notes? Let me see here. Let me actually, before we do that, I do have to read one. Actually, Daisy, I'm going to have you read it, okay? Do you want to read it?
Your name is Jing Chen, not Daisy. You are a liar, you are a fraud, you are an escort and a criminal. I cannot wait for you to be deported. What Phil Christian is king? Okay.
Do you want to address?
I have to give it to Brian. Brian making her read that chat. I'm shocked she can read that well. You escort, you this, you that, you not deported. Why? You think she even understand? Because she understand very well. Because what she did is she came in Manosphere and basically she came in and she made everybody stop talking about what they supposed to talk about. And now everybody talk about simping and fresh. I gonna check super chat. Thank you, Mick Cool. She left the podcast the way she left the child. Oh my God. She did. I not kill baby. Fresh made me do. Okay, I don't kill baby. What happened to that? What happened to I don't kill baby? Remember tape? I don't kill baby. I don't believe that. Now it's gone. Was it ever there, Daisy? We don't know, right? Who knows? She's a liar.
I don't want to adjust anything. You can do whatever you want. If you are able to get me deported, go ahead.
Ooh, if you are able to get me deported, go ahead. Now, how is it that she can say something like that? Think about it. This is a Chinese national sitting here telling him, if you're able to get me deported, then you go ahead. Somebody in the chat. Why? Because she knows that, first of all, the job is done, isn't it? Who Who cares if they deport her at this point, right? And she probably knows that she's not going to be deported. But again, even if she was, the job is done. Look what she's done. She's disrupted this entire space. You've got Fresh going, damn, smashing stuff. Myron smashing stuff. I mean, you got, the space is a mess. Every single space has talked about this. Every single space has talked about this. She has been on God only knows, podcasts that literally have 2 people watching, have 2 million people watching. She's everywhere and anywhere she can be. She's reckless. She's a wrecking ball. That is the best way to describe her. This woman is a wrecking ball.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
So you were involved, romantically involved with Walter from the F&F podcast. And you guys were dating.
Yeah.
And can you guys just give us a quick, maybe 30-second summary of kind of everything that's gone down, and then we'll get into the details.
Okay, so yeah, I've dated this guy. He was the owner of the podcast of Fresh and Fit. And I met him on last year, November. Mm-hmm. And then we started become official in December. End of December, it was like New Year. So he made it official. He posted us on YouTube. Caption was, she bought my mom a gift. Now it's serious. And he asked me in person, like, I want you to be mine, no other guys. Mm-hmm. Then I went back home for Chinese New Year.
By the way, I have to interrupt this. For those of you who know Hermes, the store Hermes, like, you know, there's $250,000 bags, $150,000, you know, a sock is like $2,000, okay? She took his mother to Hermes shopping. With what money? Who funded that? What do you do? You don't have a job here. You're not here on a work visa. What do you do and who is funding you, okay? A lipstick is $100 in Hermes. Who paid for you to go buy a scarf and all this crap for Fresh's mother at Hermes? Just curious.
Then we started talking, like, you know, then I told him I was going to move to Miami, and that's what happened. Then when we actually came back to Miami, I stayed in his apartment for more than 2 weeks. Then I got pregnant. Then when I found out I'm pregnant, he already broke up with me. That was like 2 weeks later. I stayed in Miami.
He broke up with you?
He broke up with me before I found out I'm pregnant.
Okay.
How convenient. Let me go to the chat. Mike Nice, thank you so much for the super chat and the hearts. Thank you. I love you guys. I have literally the best people. And the mods, Dove, Drew, Tim, all of you guys, all the GS's people, Tyrants Beware, all of you. Thank you so much for always supporting my channel. Okay, let's get back to the Chinese Communist Party. Okay?
Why did he break up with you?
I don't know. He just switches off, which I found out later that he might be playing the game the whole time, and he didn't want the kid. So when I called him, he told me, I don't want the baby. You go get a pill.
So you took a pregnancy test. Mm-hmm. You were texting him. You let him know.
Yeah.
And then not long thereafter, he wanted to call you, or you wanted to call him?
He said he was on some kind of party, and he said, oh, I'm going to call you back. So he called me back for 5 minutes. Didn't went well.
One point of clarification.
Didn't went well. Well, how you think it went? No, first of all, just real quick, look at the timeline here. I mean, this girl moves fast. These spies move quick. She's only been here. She dated him for what? And she was in his house. Here we go again. In the house. You leave her alone in the house doing what? I have another super... Billy is here all the way from across the planet. I don't know what time it is over there, but I know it's extremely late. Are you 5 or 6 hours ahead? Oh my gosh. You must have dropped this. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for your $10. I'm going to buy 2 coffees with that tomorrow, even though I said I was off coffee, but I'm back on it. I can't resist. Thank you. And it means a lot. He is actually one of my very first subscribers, one of my very first fans that really supported me. And I really appreciate you. I hope one day I'll meet you. And if you have any new music up, please send me the links and I'll put it in my community post so we can all look at your rock band. Okay. I digress.
There seems to be some discussion of a lawsuit. I'm a little confused there.
Yeah.
Is there actually a lawsuit?
Yes, it just went very slow.
Are you the defendant or the plaintiff?
Defendant.
You're the defendant.
Yeah.
Okay, so Walter filed a defamation?
No. I am going to file a defamation lawsuit.
But there's not currently... Nobody's filed.
Not yet. My lawyer is working on every evidence right now.
So you do have a lawyer?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I had my lawyer work on every evidence right now. My lawyer is fine with me come on all these podcasts. Go in basement in Brooklyn. I went on podcast some man basement. You know, I go everywhere. I say everything. Now she has a lawyer. You're telling me she has a lawyer. And that lawyer is letting her run around, running her mouth like this. I'm going to go with no.
So there hasn't been a filed case yet, but you intend to file, is it a defamation action?
And coercion.
She means coercion.
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 Yeah, coercion.
Okay.
Right. And you're doing this, I'm assuming, in the state of Florida. Is that correct?
That I have to follow up with my lawyer.
Because you said you live in New York, right?
Yeah, I'm staying in New York.
Is there any reason you would file it in New York versus Florida? Because he lives in Florida, right?
I don't know, actually. My lawyer, they're super busy because they're very big in New York City. They haven't told me anything. Just a few days ago, they text me they're going to collect all the evidence and then make announcements.
Wait, so hold on.
First of all, okay. Now I got to say, all right. Now I know some pretty high up lawyers, okay? Really, really powerful lawyers at very powerful firms. They laughed at this. Okay. First of all, when you're paying $2,000 an hour and God knows how, right? Or whatever it is, whether you're paying, you're not paying, right? They're not texting you anything. Okay. They're not texting you. And they're for sure not allowing you to go on the whatever podcast and discuss it with Brian. And you don't even know if you're the plaintiff or the defendant, for God's sake. I mean, really?
Is this are they taking this on, what's the term for it? No. Are you paying them? Or is this they're taking it on contingency?
I think that's contingency.
Is that the term, contingency?
Yeah, but we talk about it. I was supposed to be paying, but then I told them because law fee is very expensive in here. I wasn't be able to collecting all this money, and my bank account is in China, so they gave me this solution.
Well,
my bank account is in China, so I cannot pay. My bank account in China. Mind you, what the heck does her bank account being in China have to do with her paying her lawyer's fees? She's a liar. A liar. I mean, is this for real? This is how stupid they think we are. This is how dumb that the Chinese Communist Party thinks us Americans are. This proves it. This is insulting. You get where I'm going with this?
We can talk more about the potential lawsuit later, but why don't we play the video, because you recorded a phone conversation that you had with him.
Yeah.
We'll play it just so the audience can hear. I guess my question for you is, what prompted you to want to record this conversation?
See, people don't believe me, even I show all the receipt.
Well, but you had not gone public at this point.
Who the heck would believe her? And what receipts? I show fake. I show sonogram I got from China. Okay, they send me, and China send me what you call American a pregnancy test, a positive test. Okay, China send me that. China send me sonogram. China send me fake medical records. Okay, I was pregnant. Okay, I was pregnant. Why you don't believe me? That's why I had come wherever podcast talk to Brian and tell me that, because I know about baby. I bootleg baby for a living. That's how I get the money to come here. Okay, I got caught in China, bootlegging pay. Now I work for government Chinese Communist Party. Okay, that's what really go on. And don't come here. Don't you tell me that because my family in danger there. Okay? That's how we do that. I just can't. I can't get over this. I honestly cannot get over this. Another Billy! I am humbled by your reference to DiBRAVA. Much respect and love to you all here in the CC, in the Culture Club. Thank you so much. No, I mean it. I mean it. Thank you. You are like, you were the first one. Literally the first one. Thank you. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Okay, now, Billy, we go. Because I have bootleg to do. Okay, I know anything about bootlegging. I bootleg you. I bootleg your guitar. Okay, I send you good guitar from China. You know no different. You think a good guitar, $2,000, $20,000 sign from a Beetle. Okay, I do everything. Hold on, wait and see.
I had not gone public at this point. Like when you recorded the conversation,
I recorded
this was still a private matter.
Yeah, okay. I did it because I want to prove it.
Want to prove what?
I want to prove that I am pregnant with his child, and he doesn't.
But prove to who?
Prove to everybody.
But it wasn't public yet.
Yeah, but I did this in advance. So I
did this in advance. It was, first of all, let me just remind everybody. She released these tapes. She put this out here. What? I mean, think about it. She's acting like what case do you have? What lawsuit do you have? So you got pregnant. You had like you didn't agree with, you know, whoever got you, supposedly whoever was the father of the baby, and now you're suing for what? I don't understand this here. It's not like she had a baby and she's suing for child support, or it's not like, I mean, did he like film you guys having sex and put it out as revenge porn or something like that? What is this about? What is this about? Your emotions? Or is it really because you're a Chinese spy? It's about disrupting the Manosphere, which she clearly has done. Think about it. Again, this is important. This girl, again, has disrupted. She is a wrecking ball in this space. Every single thing has been about her. We should be talking about how we should be voting, how we're going to change this economy, how we're going to move this disgusting country where it is right now back into the direction of being America again. How we're not going to be owned by China. Every pharmaceutical company, every that, Fauci, all this crap. How are we sitting here, instead of doing that with an election around the corner, we're sitting here talking about China with her, talking about simping. We talk about fresh. This is stupid.
I show people whatever I'm showing you right now. As people can see, I have showed all the receipt and they still don't believe in me. So what if you think I don't have the record? They're gonna say you're not pregnant. I moved from China, I had all my package. I couldn't even wait because he was telling me, you should go. I had all my package delivered to his apartment.
Right.
You moved here for him?
Yes.
Why don't we play the video and then...
Honey trap, my God. Fresh, she was staying in his house without him there. Staying in his house without him, having her packages from China delivered there with God knows who. There could have been recording devices. It seems crazy, but it's not. Think about it. Who knows what she did?
We'll go from there. Go ahead, Nick.
I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
Okay, let me just explain for those of you that don't know, okay? This is the tape. This is the tape. This is the first, this is how she entered the space, okay? She released this.
We'll go from there. Go ahead, Nick.
I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
You're not. They just give you a pill and it's over.
No. I'm pregnant.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The pill, they just give it to you from a doctor and then you're good.
I am pregnant. I can't pretending like nothing happened. I can't. In my religion, we don't kill.
You're not killing. Okay.
I want to keep the baby.
Okay. Well, like I said, I just don't want any kids. You know?
Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me?
Nothing. Why did I do anything to you?
Nothing?
Why did I do anything to you?
No, I know. So, like, how are you gonna deal with this? By saying I don't want a baby? That's all?
I mean, I could go to the doctor, I guess.
To the doctor? So you want abortion?
I mean, yeah. Why do you want a kid now?
And why do you make me pregnant now?
So I'm like, there's no way that's true. But then I said, oh, wow. Like,
so just think about it. It's meant to be. God wants you to have the baby.
Definitely not.
It is. God wants you to have a baby. 7 years never happened. And then you're fucking me for a month and I'm pregnant.
A month. I'm letting this play so you guys can see this. What did he say? She's like trying to entrap him. What you gonna do to me? What you gonna do to me? First of all, Wayne, thank you so much. Thank you. $25 super chat. Guys, you are way too generous, all of you, because you super chat me over and over. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Wayne says, showing some love for the CCUSA. Thank you. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Wayne, what do you think? Is she a spy? You might get in trouble. You might get in trouble. Wayne is a mod over at for Rolo and I think, right? Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm getting back into it. I want you guys to hear this.
What does that mean?
Well,
now I just think about it, if you force me to kill the baby, then you're a sin.
Well, we already sinned by having sex, but it's too late now, you know?
Is your position that he forced you, because you ended up getting the abortion, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, right? You heard that. So you can hear that. What did he do? What did he say? First of all, he's entitled to an opinion. Do I agree with an abortion or the abortion pill? Absolutely not. Was she pregnant? Who knows? Who knows, right? But what did he actually do? What did he say that was so wrong? I'm talking about, what did he do that was illegal? What did he do? He was actually very nice and kind and chill to her. Like, he's like, well, I just don't want a baby, basically. And she's trying to, like, what you gonna do to me? What you gonna do to me? Like, do you see where she's trying to push him because she's recording? What you gonna do to me? What? Nah? No, tell me what you gonna do bad so I can have you on tape and then put it out. Because I need to arrest you and Chinese Communist CC, you want me to put you in jail. Stop this part because then we don't want you vote to no Republican Party. Okay, we try to fix this because China, and we don't want Donald come back in office because then we don't get, you charge us. He put tax on us. He put tax, and then we got my family in trouble. I don't need to become, stop it. You see? You see what I'm saying here? This is insanity. All right. Let's see what Brian says.
Yeah.
Is your position that he forced you to get the abortion?
Yes.
Now, how did he force her? How did he force her to get the abortion? Did he come and physically force her with a hanger? I mean, did he do it himself? Did he bring a doctor and strap her down? I mean, where is all of that? Since she taped everything else, she didn't tape any of this? I find that to be strange.
I tell you why. Because we both planned the baby, and I'm not both on birth control, and I want to have this certain understanding when the father is there.
Wait, just to be clear, he planned to have the baby.
Yeah.
Wait,
because
you only dated for a month?
No, we dated 4 months.
Wait, so
for 4 months, and you wanted to have his baby?
He told you he wants to have a kid.
He said if it happens, it happens.
Were you taking Plan B at all, or no Plan B?
No, he noticed in me every day.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Thank God. I think my dad is sleeping. But he nagged me I mean, the way she talks, I'm trying not to repeat it, but it's too funny. I mean, that accent, talking about that's nuts. And Keen, you are absolutely right. Keen says her questions are provocative, anticipating illegal retaliation. Exactly. Okay. Hello. This is total communist. Okay. Total communist rhetoric. This is like how this works. Unbelievable.
As you guys know, he does that to many girls, not just me.
And she's totally aware that he does it to many girls, not just her.
Not just me.
Well, I don't know the details of that, but...
Was he doing that with other girls when you guys were together?
The one next to me. I'm sorry.
0 class. The one next to me. She just brings this girl. This poor girl got pulled into this. I mean, she probably like got in trouble, and you know the FBI came to her and said, "Well, you better do it." Who knows why she's there? You get what I mean? We know you're an OnlyFans prostitute, so guess what? Let me just. By the way. This is what the FBI, this is what the Secret Service drinks, okay? I have some Secret Service friends. This is what they actually drink. She probably has like a lifetime supply of this. Oh, Lord, I digress. Okay, let's get into the next clip. The next clip is one of my favorites, okay? This is a former Russian spy, and her name is Aaliyah Rosa. A former Russian spy. Now, I'm going to show you how she infiltrated herself into pop culture. Pop culture. A former Russian spy. This is how this works. Wait till you see. Wait till you get a load of this. This is insanity.
I'm on my way to Beverly Hills to meet Aaliyah Rosa, the former spy turned PR fashion mogul. We were meant to be filming at her $20 million house in Beverly Hills, but this morning she gave us another address. Aaliyah? Hi, Sydney.
Now, is that not Daisy? Look at her clothes. Head to toe Chanel. Here we go again. I mean, I don't know how these, women like Daisy just running into Chanel, spending like 10, 15 grand on an outfit. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. It's insane. She's in some house, right? Look at this. Look at her face when we get close up. I'm trying to just tie this all in, and I want you to see the coincidences here between Daisy and this girl, who is a alleged former Russian spy. Okay?
Hi, how are you? 1 second, I'll come downstairs. It's quite big. It's amazing. It's like a Russian palace. It is, right? Is this one of your houses? Well, I do live here sometimes.
I do live here sometimes. Is this one of your houses? Well, I do live here sometimes. Okay, excuse me, okay? Excuse me. Let me just get this straight. I live there sometimes? Well, Jesus. I mean, who is this to have this kind of property? I mean, literally, this looks like Putin's, like, summer home. I mean, what are we talking about here? A former Russian spy. I mean, how much can that pay? You're living in this? Interesting. And she only lives there sometimes. Don't forget that.
It's absolutely amazing. So I don't really know where to begin, as your story is so incredible. But let's start with your childhood. So what was your life like when you were living in Russia?
I was just a little girl when the perestroika happened. It was kind of like a revolution, and there was poverty everywhere. That was a difficult childhood. But then Putin became a president, and at the age of 18, I started to serve in the military of Russia.
Are you in one of these photos?
Yeah, it's over here. There is such a thing like special agents, women. They choose the best of the.
Okay, let me just bring this here. Pull up the clip. Do the timeline. First of all, this is her. Okay? This is her. Look at that picture. Does that look like... Do the math. Looks like a pretty old picture to me. Who knows if it's even her? Now she's going into... Then Putin became president. Right? Now she was in the military in Russia. Okay? And look at this girl's face. Like, it's like, these girls, same thing with Daisy. What? Like, how much work can you like, this is not a normal face. Daisy's face is not normal. Okay, I don't know what, like, look at the makeup. Look at everything about her, the clothing, the way she's presenting herself, all of this rich stuff. I mean, this woman is like in Paris Hilton's home, one of them. You know what I mean? How are you here? This makes absolutely no sense. None.
Are you in one of these photos?
Yeah, it's over here. There is such a thing like a
and that's her. That's supposed to be her. That's supposed to be her right there. Look at that. That's her. You're telling me she's trying to say that's her. I'm going to go with no. I'm going to go with she pulled that up on the internet and, or somebody gave her some photo. I mean, it's like, here we go again. This girl is supposedly a former Russian spy. Okay? Wait till you see where this goes. The stupidity is mind-boggling. The stupidity is mind-boggling. And wait till you see how many people platform her. Just like Daisy. Just like Daisy.
Special agents, women, they choose the best of the best. That's why they promoted me very, very fast to become a real Red Sparrow.
Real Red Sparrow like the film.
When I watched it, I was like, oh my God, that's exactly, how did they know? I mean, like,
she's comparing herself to a movie. Red Sparrow. She's comparing herself to a Russian spy movie with like, I mean, are you kidding me right now? Really?
Like,
what led to you fleeing Russia?
Well, many things. The most important, my instinct of surviving. I was undercover agent sent to the gang who were delivering heroin drug from Afghanistan to Russia. The leader of this gang, his name was Vladimir.
Oh, everybody's name is Vladimir. I know 4 or 5 Vladimirs, okay? Name is Vladimir. Okay, Vladdy. Yeah. You were working with a leader of a Russian gang, and you're sitting here on this girl. I mean, this isn't even like Barbara Walters level, okay? This is like some photographer podcast, whatever. Okay, this is like, who is this? And you're sitting in this house with this random whatever. I mean, I don't care if she's even mildly famous. You're not like, this girl is not at the level of whatever, okay? You're sitting here as a former Russian spy just divulging all this information. And how long ago was that? Isn't there like, you know, and you're here, hold on. Like, hello, where's the State Department? I mean, did anybody like debrief her? I don't know. I mean, think about what I'm saying. This is exactly what Daisy is doing. Exactly what Daisy is doing. In a different way. But not really.
He was the one I had to seduce, and I seduced him in a bar. He really fell in love. I could see that. We became like a couple, and I would know everything. Slowly, somebody realized that there is a rat. My cover was blown up, and it was...
There was a rat, and her cover was blown up. Anybody believe this in the chat? I'd love to know who believes this. I don't believe a thing coming out of her mouth. Okay, she doesn't even talk like a real spy. Seriously.
It's really bad.
So what happened?
The gang put the bag on my head. They drove me to the forest, and it was night. It was really cold. They beat me. There were like around 10 men. I was ready again to die.
So 10 men beat her. They put a bag over her head. They brought her into this forest, okay, in Russia or wherever. I mean, they brought her here. 10 men beat her. 10. First of all, it doesn't take 10 men to do anything to her. Okay, 1 could have done it. 10. So 10 men took you, put a bag over your head, beat you, and dropped you off. Now let's watch where this goes. Now let's see how much we believe this story.
They beat me. There were like around 10 men. I was ready again to die, but then Vladimir gave them the order to bring me to him. He sacrificed his life for me, for my life, for my future. He was my first love. He was killed because he went against the system.
Of course Vladimir's dead. Of course he is. Because why would he ever be around to talk about it? So Vladimir sacrificed his life for yours because he was so in love with you. I mean, what is this, Navalny now? I mean, come on, give me a break. This is ridiculous. I can't believe anyone would even believe her.
So when was the first time you told everyone the story about you being a trained agent?
A couple months ago. And in a few days, I received so many calls, requests, emails, direct messages, inviting me to give an interview or like meet me in person. I was like, what? So I'm on the right path.
Look at this, it's so beautiful around. Look, Bottega Veneta, Dolce & Gabbana, Valentina, Harrowing, Van Cleef, oh, my favorite.
Van Cleef. Oh, we know how much Daisy liked Van Cleef. She apparently gave $15,000 to a $30,000 bracelet. Look, Van Cleef, Chanel, this, that, all the same. All the same.
There's a man that keeps telling me everything that's with her.
It's rather range.
It felt like there was definitely some pretending going on. That bag was already in her boot before we went shopping. Aaliyah's lurking companion had also been at the house prepping her and filming the interview. Maybe he was actually a Russian spy, masquerading as her mate, sent to track her down.
If someone was to come at you now, would your instincts kick in? Of course. Do you have a gun? Not yet.
Okay, maybe I need to calm down.
So she doesn't have a gun. I mean, the bag was already in the trunk of the car. There's a man following them around, filming them on a cell phone, mind you. On a cell phone, okay? I'm going to let it keep going.
Not yet.
Okay, maybe I need to calm down.
So tomorrow I'm going to be going to her office where I meet her employees for Rosa PR, and apparently all the people that work for her are just hot Russian women. Very excited to meet everyone today.
So this is the office where I spend all my time every day. Here you go.
How does she get this office? Okay, pull it up. She's in an office. Did you see Rosa PR? So she has a PR firm, a PR company. This woman came, so she was a former Russian spy, okay? She nearly died. They put a bag over her head, dropped her off in the woods, but Vladimir saved her life and sacrificed his own, okay? She was doing all kinds, right? And now she's running a PR company. Look at this office. Wait till you see this. Wait till you see where this goes.
Ladies.
Hi, team.
This is Gloria.
Nice
This
to
is
meet you.
Natalia. This is Sydney.
The two Sydneys. No, I'm just...
Oh, Selena, I'm so sorry.
And she doesn't know their names. They work for her, but she doesn't know their names. Okay. Just a little tidbit there.
Selena, I'm so sorry.
So it's great to meet the Russian stunners of Rosa PR. But the only weird thing is, there's another film crew here.
So, well, you can see how the Rosa PR works. So we are shooting right now serial. Hi, Alina, are you nearby?
Yeah, we just need you to come here, please.
What the fuck are we doing?
That's great. You can do it, amp it up a little bit.
To my surprise,
He's directing her. She has a film crew. So this girl is like, a photographer, whatever. She's running around interviewing her for a thing. This woman, the former spy, has an entire film crew waiting. This other woman has no clue about it. Okay? And he's directing her. They're like, take one. Can you give it a little more? We need a little more attitude. What the heck is going on here? What is going on?
To my surprise, I realized that the man directing this improv scene is in fact the same man who was filming us all the way down Rodeo Drive.
What's your relationship to Aaliyah Rosa?
Aaliyah, we're doing a show together that I'm producing.
And by the way, just so you know, the girl here that's running around with her, she works for Vice News, okay? Vice News, like I said. No disrespect to Vice, right? But my God, I mean, you would think it was like, I don't even know who. I mean, whoever is like the, I don't know. I don't watch the news networks. Rachel Maddow, maybe? I don't know. Barbara when she was alive. Barbara Walters. Somebody like ABC. No, it's Vice News. Just running around, just doing a little thing on her.
Together that I'm producing. That's a fashion show that has to do with her PR firm, Rosa PR. But we're also working on another documentary that has to do with kind of how you make it here in this town. Sometimes people come and they get an agent, they get a manager, and they get an acting coach, and nothing happens.
And what kind of plans do you have for Aaliyah going forward?
They get an agent, they get a manager, they get an acting coach, and nothing happens. Now, you guys, does anybody think I'm nuts? An agent, a film crew, an acting coach, a PR company, and you were a former spy. Anybody find this strange?
And what kind of plans do you have for Aaliyah going forward?
Espionage, thrillers, and conspiracy, and that's what she's being offered. So we'll start there, and we'll see where that takes her.
I remember espionage, conspiracy, and thrillers. That's what she's being offered. Offered by who? What like movie companies? Is it acting roles? So you're a former Russian spy, a real Red Sparrow, as she calls herself. And now you're an actress and you own a PR firm. And you just went public with this 2 months ago. Don't forget what she said earlier. 2 months ago.
Offered. So we'll start there and we'll see where that takes him.
I remember my real job and spot another mystery man lurking in the shadows. Potentially another Russian spy?
So we basically have her with...
Get a load of this one. Pull that up. Look what we've got here. Now, what does this look like to you? I mean, no comment, okay? No comment. Really?
Agency, and we've had her for about a year.
Ah, okay.
So they've had her on the agency. So she's signed to this agency, okay? Pierre Patrick, he's a casting agent. A casting agent. How unique. How interesting. And you know what? Daisy was a beauty queen. She was Miss whatever, Miss Asia. Siege, what was she? Anybody know? Daisy was some kind of beauty queen. I think she was Miss Asia or something like that. Kind of the same thing. Let's go back to the real Russian, to the real Chinese spy, okay? That Nancy Pelosi says, "Oh, I saw nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong." I mean, she literally infiltrated our government, White House level. Nobody sees anything wrong for God knows how many years. 2 different Congress. I mean, this is insanity.
And we've had her for about a year.
Ah, okay. Not a Russian spy, but another selfless man who wants to help Aaliyah realize her dreams of stardom.
She's a great find.
Why is she a great find?
She's a great find because her background is absolutely incredible and amazing. What she's been through coming in from Russia, I think casting directors and producers will like her. It's really nice to have a background story to match your career. The story's important. A long time ago, if they
was Angelina Jolie a spy too? So is she the Tomb Raider too? Is that real? So in order to audition for these roles, is this? I mean, I'm like totally lost right now. How you go from being a spy to an actress? This is nuts.
Didn't have a story, the agents would make one up because you needed something to put out there. And sometimes it's completely fake, but her story is real.
Aaliyah's world is non-stop. There's no time for questions because she has a fashion show to put on. It's all...
I mean, cute women. My God. I gotta say, these women are gorgeous, but let me just reiterate something here. Only in this country would we allow something like this to happen. Think about this. Only in America. Okay? It's bad enough that people are just fleeing the border. Think about this. We've got a Russian spy, a former Russian spy, literally in this country, running around with a fashion company, a PR line. Now she's throwing fashion shows and she's auditioning for films. No debriefing. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Only here. Just like the YouTube situation. Infiltrated. It's nuts. What's the difference between any of this, her and the other spy that was in the White House? What is the difference between Daisy and any of them? What's the difference between Daisy and Pixie? What's the difference between Daisy, Pixie, and Jasmine Jafar? They're all doing the same exact thing. They're infiltrating very powerful spaces and diluting the message. Wrecking balls.
Themed as a homage to her spy history.
The Fashion Kata show will be starting in a bit.
The guests at this party aren't exactly the Hollywood A-listers I expected.
A Ferrari.
I'm a singer.
An acting coach.
Fashion designer.
I'm a big guy.
But a range of hungry LA creatives desperate to plug their own work. And they don't know anything about Aaliyah.
Are you getting this? You guys are getting this, right? All these people at this place are actors and directors and producers. None of them are, important people like that are there that have anything to do with anything. You get it? Like when you go to Fashion Week, you know what I'm saying? Oh no, these are just people trying to come up. So they're actors, basically. And watch. They don't really even know who she is.
I actually don't know she's a Russian spy.
I had no idea. I didn't really know about this.
Did you know she was a former spy when you met her?
She did say that in class.
Yeah.
I didn't know if she was saying the truth, because in class, you just don't know if they're telling the truth or not, because sometimes our acting coach does tricks like that.
Acting class. She did say that in acting class. She did say that she was a spy in acting class, but we weren't really sure because, a lot of times it's a trick for the class. A former real Russian spy in an acting class? My God.
The search for the truth will have to hold for a minute as the show is beginning. I spot another of the main Rosa PR girls and corner her to find out more about what the hell was going on in that meeting.
What do you do in LA?
I'm a model. That's it.
So how did Aaliyah prepare for today's scene?
She actually did not. I did not think it's going to be so much improv.
Improv? What does she mean?
A model. A model. They're all models, and they're all beautiful. No company looks like that, okay? I've walked into my dad's office. No one looks like that. Oh, you understand? Like, this is bizarro world. This is literally nuts.
Does she actually work for the company? And does she even know Aiah?
We've been friends for 2 years now.
Did you know her story when you met her?
I actually didn't. So I found out from the press. I think it's so incredible that she chose to share it, like, publicly. But yeah.
She found out from the press. Only in America, people. Only in this country would we allow this. Okay? If this is true at all. Only in this country would we allow this.
Yeah, I did not know.
This could be her greatest PR stunt yet.
So what brings you to the party tonight?
Well, I am a publisher, and Aaliyah has an incredible story that everybody needs to know about. Somebody like Aaliyah, who has been through what she's been through and she's overcome it. These are the stories that inspire humanity.
Inspire humanity. These are the stories that inspire humanity. Okay.
And what isn't?
Sometimes it's completely fake.
Just don't know if they're telling the truth or not.
How was your name pronounced? Been wondering, is it Aaliyah or Aiah?
If it isn't real, then how did the world's media not clock this? I need some cold, hard facts to get me out of this delirium.
Now I have to give it to this girl. This is where she goes deep. So, you know, props to this girl right here.
All the stuff I'm seeing online is pretty recent. There's nothing from her childhood. But she did show me those photos of her in the military academy.
Yeah, it's over here.
She actually pointed herself out in one of those photos, dropping them into Google and then reverse image searching them. Okay, weird. So this photo has been taken in 2017 in Volgograd, which is not Moscow, where she said that she was training 14 years after when she was meant to be there.
14 years after. That photo was taken 14 years after she was supposedly training. And it's not even in the right place. Go figure. This is how stupid they think we are in media. Okay, let me say hello to everyone in the chat. 999, they're always dead. Alan, welcome, Alan. Alan says, a rat, like an actual rat? Okay, wait, I'm a little lost on that one. Oh, Alexa Cruz is here. Alexa, her voice sounds young. Yes, it does. Do you think that she is a spy, Alexa? Siege D says, plastic surgery, man. Like from James Bond. Die another day. You know what? I swear, it's like, this is where we've gotten. These chicks literally look at movies and they're like literally taking the scripts from the movie and turning it into their lives, like for press, for PR. Like, does anyone believe that this woman was an actual Russian spy? You think Putin's just allowing her to run around here? It makes no sense. No sense. All right, this is almost done, this clip. You got to see this part.
That's fucking insane. I mean, this is like her searching Russian academy and then getting an image up. In retrospect, looks nothing like her. She did also mention off camera that she had changed her name. Going through companies. On the shareholders of Rosa PR, the name Aaliyah Rybakova.
Oh, this goes on and on. I mean, look at the companies, look at all this stuff. This girl is doing an actual good deep dive here.
On the shareholders of Rosa PR, the name Aaliyah Rybakova has come up. I think I've just found her real name. So I'm going to Google that name. So I'm pretty sure in 2003, she had to lie low after the whole charade in Russia. And I was so scared.
I was so scared. DiBRAVA REACTS. I was so scared. Oh my God. You know, because Putin was after me and I had to leave Russia because they were trying to kill me. Can you imagine? This is Putin we're talking about. This girl's sitting here on Vice News giving tours in some Russian museum that apparently she lives at some of the time.
To go even outside. But here we have, she was a TV presenter in 2007 for MTV Russia.
A television presenter for an award, MTV. An MTV Music Award for MTV Russia. Okay.
For MTV Russia. Right. That's a lot to take in. If this is all a lie, then she is kind of living her life like a secret agent because she's got a fake house and she's got a fake job and she's got fake friends and she's managing to keep it all up. We've got our last morning with her. I'm going to have to bring these things up. Woo! Yes. Yay! How are you doing? Good. Let's go. I don't want to be manipulated because, like, I
she doesn't want to be manipulated. Okay, I think I'm caught into the chat. Siege, you're cracking me up with those gravestones.
Because, like, I know how to manipulate, right? Because manipulation is a seduction. I know.
She's just like Daisy. I know how to manipulate. I don't want to be manipulated for fresh because I manipulate, okay? I come, you get it? Listen to what these people are saying. Listen to her. This spy, the other spy. Yeah, we get it. Manipulated.
I can get anything I want, always. Like, if I really want something, I'm getting there, no matter what. Your story is absolutely mad and amazing. I feel like there's just a few questions I have about it. So there was just one thing about the photo you showed me. The photo came up on Google.
Look at her face here. Now, here we go again, just like Daisy. If you remember Daisy with the Crucible, right? With Andrew Wilson. When he comes at her, she's like in total shock because nobody comes at these women. They never question them. They never give them any resistance. So this woman here, just like Daisy, is in a little bit of shock. Like, why? How dare you question me? I'm a Russian spy. Watch.
The photo came up on Google as being taken in Volgograd, Russia, in 2017. You would have been in Moscow. At that time, I did work in Volgograd.
Oh, now she did work in Volgograd. So watch. Okay. Yeah. In 2000, she did work there. Okay.
Yeah. It was probably 2007, right? So the photo on the website was taken in.
Now, this girl from Vice just got through telling her it was 2017. But she's so thrown off right now, okay, because don't forget, she is a retired spy, okay, that she didn't just hear her say the photo was taken in 2017. Now she has to say it again because you're lying clearly. Because it's not you in the photo. Anybody that would, I mean, you would think that they could do a better job retouching that, for God's sake. It doesn't even look anything like her.
The website was taken in 2017. You know, there must be an explanation. Maybe because I saved it that time. Or maybe because, like, I was like, you know, the iPhone do this. So obviously I have to ask these questions because the audience could be skeptical of your story because it's like so big and extravagant and weird. So I served in the military when I was 18. It was like, okay, so it was 2000.
She doesn't know? How do you not know? How do you not know? You're a spy, a former spy. You don't know this? Bad acting, okay?
No, it was 2002 to 2004. That's what it was, yeah. What would you say to the skeptics who doubt your story and they think it's just something to help you build a career as an actress? You see, everybody has their own opinion, right?
999, you're funny. That is hysterical. He says, let's see how she tries to lie out of this. Exactly. Okay, so now we know that all of that is a bunch of nonsense. But let me just show you how far she got. Only in this country. Watch. This next clip is like literally 60 seconds, 90 seconds. Watch. Watch. You're going to be in shock right now.
I'm about to introduce you to a real life, I guess you could say, Red Sparrow. She was recruited by 18 years old by the Russian armed forces, and trained in the KGB-style arts of seduction, persuasion, and manipulation. She fled Russia in 2006 after falling for one of her targets, Aaliyah Rosa.
Are you getting this? Are you guys getting this? This woman is on Fox News. Are you looking at these photos? Pull the clip up. Look at this. Real life Red Sparrow joins One Nation. This is Fox News, okay? This is Brian Kilmeade sitting here talking about this woman being a real life Red Sparrow. Apparently, he does not watch Vice. This just goes to show you how disconnected Fox News is to the real world, okay? Come over to YouTube, you idiots. I mean, you got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous. Anybody listening to Fox News for election anything should be jailed for like an hour.
Of seduction, persuasion, and manipulation. She fled Russia in 2006 after falling for one of her targets. Aaliyah Rosa joins us now with her new mission to empower women to get what they want.
Now look at her. She looks like a whole other person now. It's like, and notice what Brian says. Oh, she fled Russia in 2006, one of her targets. So she fell in love with her target. The target saved her life. I mean, what is this, Dr. Zhivago? I mean, this is insanity. It's my mother's favorite movie, by the way. It was my grandmother's favorite movie. My mother's made me watch it 1,000 times. That's the only reason why I know what it is. I just like the outfits in it. The big snow and snow hats and real Russian, and it's pretty hot.
Her Soviet-style training, although she's all-American now. Aaliyah...
All-American now. She's all-American now. This is Fox News. This is Fox News.
American
it's almost
now. Over. Aaliyah, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Brian, for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Red Sparrow, was that your story in a way?
Well, in a way, but they wouldn't call them Red Sparrows. They call them Red Swallows in Russia.
Okay. How did you learn your craft? Who taught you your craft in order to get behind enemy lines, persuade them to do what you want them to do?
I know who taught her. Her acting coach. The acting coach. That's who taught her. Oh my God. Generally Specific is in the chat. Hello. He says she didn't train for trigger discipline. Get your finger out. Hello. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Fox News. Shame on you. Shame on you. Okay, I got a couple more clips. All right, now I'm going to bring you back, okay, to the Whatever podcast again. I'm just going to keep this going here. You're going to see how deep Daisy gets into this, all right? Here we go.
But I'll tell you why I decided, when the moment I decided to leak the message, is because when he texts me, I want to get other 4 girls tested.
Okay.
So can you imagine when your boyfriend telling you that why you're pregnant, he does that
pregnancy test or something?
Pregnancy test. He admitted that he was seeing other 4 girls at the same time, having sex without protection and not in them.
You didn't know
me,
that?
I didn't know that. For me, I know.
But earlier on in the conversation, you said you don't object to a man having sex with other women.
I don't, but
okay.
And she doesn't object because she's been on every single podcast, okay, talking about how, well, I know, he was gone for a few days because, I knew he texted me from Ya Party and he with other women and he very famous podcaster. So, because I hit main chick. So I hit main girlfriend and I'm okay with that. Okay, I know he had other girl. Okay, it's okay. It's good. It's okay. So what are you talking about? You're upset about this? You already knew this. So where are we going here? All right. And where's the distress? Just somebody help me out here. What is the purpose of this girl? She's gotten into this space to do what? What is this about? I just can't figure it out. So what if he got you pregnant? And you had, like, what does this have to do with anything? How is it that you have literally gone from every podcast, okay, in the Manosphere, made yourself famous, distracted everybody like a wrecking ball, and made the whole narrative of this space this, when we should be talking about other things? Not me, because I'm not in the Manosphere, but the men that go to the Manosphere to listen for guidance, for advice. You know, hello. It's just like any other. It's news. They sway opinions. Very powerful. This is crazy.
He was telling me there's no other girl, and they're not you. And even if I do see other girl, I use protection.
Why did you want him to be your baby's father?
I was in love.
But like, I know, I'm just like, I just want to know, like, what did you think that was like so great about him that to make you want him to, like, because that's a big title to have. Like,
look at how she acts. Look at this. Like, look at her. Like, how dare you? Like, you see, the girl asks her a question. She's like, I was in love. I was in love. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, I was in love. Look at her. She's getting so annoyed. Watch how annoyed she actually gets because they're not acquiescing to her. Okay.
Oh, but like, I know, I'm just like, I just want to know, like, what did you think that was like so great about him that to make you want him to, like, because that's a big title to have. Like, whoever you choose to be your child's father is a big choice.
I was in love.
I was in love. Okay. I was in love. I was in love. I was in love. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. This woman is like, she's a piece of work. She's got me confused. I can't even talk straight now.
That's all.
Was that your first time in love?
Sorry?
Was that your first time in love? Or?
First time. First time in love ever. First time I wanted to have kids with somebody.
And then you guys together, you and Noelle, you guys did make a video titled...
yeah, we did.
Nick.
Okay, first of all, this is how you know this is political espionage. This girl, bring that up, on the left, don't forget this. The two of them made a video together, okay? She's sitting here talking about, she pulled somebody else into this, all right? And is now bringing another female into this space to distract it. I don't know how good of a job she's doing because she doesn't talk much, okay? But do you see how are we on the whatever podcast with the Crucible, who is normally talking about feminism and different things and guiding men away from this stuff, and now we're just talking about simping and fresh and this and that, and we got Chinese spies everywhere. Crazy.
You guys together, you and Noelle, you guys did make a video titled...
yeah, we did.
Nick, are you able to pull that up?
Yeah.
No. You're pulling up the Reddit video?
Okay.
No. Stop. Nick, the YouTube video, please. What was the title of that video?
We are the victims.
We are the victims. Complete feminist rhetoric. She's a fembot. You know, something very disturbing about this is, again, this is how stupid these countries think we are. This woman can literally just come here, listen to all the dumb things that the Crucible has to combat with these women, and she realizes that there is absolutely no standards. There's no societal standards for women. They can do whatever, they could say whatever. Get it? All she's doing is literally repeating talking points that she's heard over and over and over again. This is the first time she's getting any resistance, really.
Before we pull that up, do you guys consider yourselves to be victims of Walter?
Yes.
So he victimized you?
Yes.
How?
I don't feel quite victim, but I do feel like I was played.
Well, you said so the title of the video is We Are the Victims. So, I mean, you were both in the video, so I would assume that means that...
We both and other girls.
We both and other girls. This how prove that this why I come here, because China know that you people very stupid in America. Okay, very dumb. Now, it proves how stupid you are, and we don't even have to make no sense because you don't make no sense. You think that in China, that will say anything about me? I can say these things like that, make no sense? No, honey, we have to make sense in China. Okay, we have to make sense in China because in China, we get in trouble if we don't make sense because I show social credit is very important score. Okay, you're not gonna go on whatever podcast and just say anything. But I can come here and just say whatever we want. We victim, everything. Victim, feminism, been bad, he bad man, he murder, he kill, he pushed me, he forced me, I want money, I do this, I do that, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Because in China, you not get away with this. Can you imagine? Go to Russia, go to China, okay? See how long you last talking like this. They think we're dumb.
Other women too.
Other women.
Victims of what precisely? A crime?
I wouldn't say a crime, but emotionally damaged.
Emotionally
damaged.
Emotional abuse?
For me, yes.
Was he just like dating all of you guys? Like
he was dating like different women, but he kind of made me like his main girl. But
well,
at the same time,
when you say he was emotional abuse, what specifically?
When he found out I'm pregnant, instead of standing up and wipe it up, he told his partner, making allegations about me, pull up some fake videos about me, saying I'm an escort, calling me a hoe, call his baby mother a hoe.
But hold on.
Call his baby mother a hoe. She even had the rhetoric down like that because baby mother, okay, baby mama hoe, baby mama hoe, baby mama hoe. You see? All talking points from idiot bimbos that we platform. Ridiculous.
Obviously, all this internet attack that caused me emotional damage.
Did you do that before or after you leaked the...
After.
It was after.
After.
Well, so... Do you think it's emotionally abusive to leak private phone calls?
You mean me?
For example, let's say Walter had recorded a private conversation that you and him had that was of a private and delicate nature.
Yeah.
And he leaked that. Would you feel that that would be abusive?
I wouldn't like that. But,
you wouldn't like
but
it.
I also wouldn't treat anybody like that.
Really? What did you just do? What do you mean? What is she talking about exactly? And how is anyone letting her get away with this? The Crucible is literally the first person that I've ever seen, like face to face, all these people that she's jumping on all their podcasts, really put her on trial. And watch, it's coming up. When I say put her on trial, he puts her on trial. And she does not like it.
So
okay, look, we can. Look, it may certainly be the case that Walter wasn't perfect in this.
Wasn't perfect? That's not a good word. Like he's worse than that.
Well, I mean, did you know that? I mean, for example, his podcast, he does sort of.
I didn't know,
but he is a bit up. Well, one, you said that you would not object to a man sleeping with other women, even if you're in a relationship with them.
Yeah, that's because I'm realistic. And also, we human build this laws.
She's realistic. Did you see that? Brian is like, oh, so, you're fine with him sleeping with other women. I'm realistic. Yeah, 'cause I don't care. Okay, I here do job, my mission over. Okay, get it? Think about it. She's really accomplished. The mission is accomplished. Think about it. She's already done it all. And think about this. This is actually very important. She is discrediting the Manosphere. You get it? She's taking the credibility away from the message that the Manosphere is pushing. Think about that. Think about that.
And this restrictions for our generation, for people, for human beings. But before, when we were back in thousands of years ago, we didn't have these rules.
If you're like, I'm trying to figure out what the goal was and all of it. Did you just wanted him to be your baby's father?
I would.
Because you said you didn't care about marriage, so it's like if everything else, like him sleeping around with other girls or whatever, if that doesn't matter to you, like then I don't. Like, how are you guys saying like you got played?
I was hoping that he could just treat me nicely instead of just tell me go ahead and get a pill. Like,
even if
here it comes, here it comes. I was waiting for it. Here it comes.
So like.
Even if he did coerce you, let's just say hypothetically he did coerce you to have an abortion. Hang on, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Even if he did hypothetically coerce you to have an abortion, if it isn't murder, then isn't that like coercing you to pick up a rake in the yard? I mean, what is the actual problem?
The actual problem is I lost a baby that I was
but you don't consider it a person.
I supposed to have it with Walter. And he doesn't want it.
Yeah, but why would that be a problem if it's not a person? If you don't believe that it's murder to terminate the pregnancy, you don't believe he's a murderer, you don't believe you're a murderer, then what's the actual problem? It's just like picking a rake up in the yard, right?
I think you're just playing the language game. I've seen your show before. There's no way I can beat you.
Listen to that. I think you're just playing the language game because I see your show before. There's no way I can beat you. So she studied the Crucible. Think about that. Is that not spy behavior? Studying the Crucible? She's basically saying, I've seen you before, I know what you do, and I'm not going to win against you, so I'm just going to keep doing this. Okay? I'm not going to answer you. I'm not going to do anything. I know what you're about. I know. I've been warned. And notice that she has a phone. How come she's the only one that gets to have a phone on the Whatever podcast? Is somebody feeding her answers here? I'm just saying.
I'm just not going to argue with this. I think women in here, they won't understand me.
And women in here, they won't understand me. See, nothing has to make sense. Nothing has to make sense. Do you understand? She realizes that. She's not as dumb as everyone thinks. Nothing has to make sense because she's a female. Women in this country today, they don't have to make sense. They could say anything. A woman is a man can have a birth. I mean, now I was watching No Fugazi. There is a whole, I was dying hysterically. There is a whole slew of people out here that are saying that women can get pregnant on their own. I'm not talking about with any donation of a sperm, just on their own. Okay? That's where we're at.
Well, I'll ask some more questions.
I don't want to argue with you because I know I can't.
If you're saying that it's not murder to abort the child, but you're saying he coerced you into aborting it, I still then don't even understand what exactly he coerced you into doing, which was bad, because there's no murder. There's no, what's the actual problem? I don't get it.
Coercion.
Yeah, but the abortion, you consider it not to be a murder.
If it's a murder, it's not me. I'm not a murderer. It's Walter.
Well, how could he be a murderer if you don't consider it murder to abort?
Because he harassed me, internet harassed me, and he caused me emotional damage and all that.
Yeah, no, I get that, but how could it actually be murder if you don't consider it to be murder if you abort?
I didn't say I don't consider it's a murder. I said
okay, so you do consider it murder, so you're a murderer? Or?
I'm not saying
talking point. Look at this. She can't get out of this. This is why I love the Crucible. She cannot wiggle out of this. She just can't. Watch how angry she gets. You're not gonna get away with that one.
I said it's a coercion.
A coercion to do what, though? It's not a coercion to do anything bad if it's not a murder.
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Well, if you terminate a pregnancy, it's not murder, right?
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. So then even if he coerced you to terminate the pregnancy, what is the actual problem? Because you didn't it's like picking up a rake in the yard, right? It's like putting dishes away. It's if it's not murder,
for you, yes, it's
then what
putting
did
dishes
he
away.
coerce you to do that was actually bad? I don't get it.
For you, it's putting a dish away because you're not in my position. You wouldn't understand how I feel when I actually carried a baby. It was a baby, a dot in my belly, and I had to end it.
Yeah, but it's not murder.
Can you imagine? You see what she's doing? Can you imagine her doing this in China? Imagine her doing this in China. She would never get away with this in China. Think about that, okay? All talking points. Feminist, fembot, talking points. It's the same rhetoric over and over. You're not a woman. You don't know how I feel. Because what you mean? I don't understand. And you notice something else? Anytime these women can't answer questions, they all of a sudden don't understand. Oh, I'm a whole lawyer. I'm a 304 lawyer, but now I don't understand. I don't understand that. Really? How convenient.
Right?
It's not murder,
So why does it bother?
it's also not something we should encourage people to do.
Yeah, why not though? It's not a problem. It's not murder.
It's just something she didn't want to do, and that's
Andrew, if you don't mind, I'll come.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No problem.
So are you encouraging people to have abortion? Is that what you're saying?
Go ahead, Andrew.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't because I consider it murder, but you don't consider it murder. So if you don't consider it murder,
private chat,
why would it be a problem if people went and had abortion? I don't understand. That makes no sense.
You don't understand the consequence for women to get an abortion?
Here we go. She can't answer a question. It's just like millennial Millie Weaver. Here we go. Now it's back to a woman. You don't understand this about a woman. You don't understand that about a woman. This, that. Everything's about a woman because he's a man, so he can't ever understand common sense. You either think that abortion is murder or you don't. You can't have it both ways, sweetheart. Well, you can here in America, not in China, though. Keep that in mind.
An abortion, the health damage, and all the other stuff emotionally. So you just don't understand because you're not a woman. You're not a woman.
But that's why I was perhaps hoping that you could explain it to me, that if you don't from your...
How good is he? She's doing the normal thing. You're not a woman. You just don't understand because you're not a woman. And here's the crucible. Well, I was hoping that you could just explain it to me then, you know? And she can't. Nobody does that. That's what I love about him. Most people would just kind of like, oh, God, this girl. All right, fine, whatever. Move on to the next one, right? That's what Brian would do. Not the Crucible, not Andrew. Oh, no. He's going to say, well, I was hoping that's why you could explain it to me because you're right. I don't understand. I'm not a woman. So why don't you explain it? Can she? No.
I just did. I just did explain to you. I think people understand what I meant.
So that he coerced you to damage your health?
Yes.
If Walter doesn't consider an abortion murder, and you don't consider an abortion murder, I don't even really understand what the problem is here.
What the problem is? The problem is this. He realizes it. The Crucible realizes it, right? But does everyone else in the Manosphere realize what's going on here? Do you know what is actually going on here? China sent her here to use us against ourselves. You see how that works? She is speaking with all of our talking points. This is all United States, America, good old USA talking points. Not the original USA, the communist USA, the USA Communist Party. You know, come to New York City. You go in Central Park, people are running around with signs that say Communist Party USA. That's where we're at, okay? They know that they're using us against ourselves. She's literally taking all the talking points that are happening right now in this country and running with it. It's crazy.
The consequence of sex is pregnancy. And if neither of you consider abortion murder, he doesn't and you don't, then I don't actually understand what you're upset about, to be honest with you.
I think like her issue is like she wanted somebody to go through it with her. And I don't know why 4 months is really short, but that's, I'm not judging her for that.
But does that make any sense to you? If I ask you, for instance, if you got pregnant and neither one of you consider it to be a murder or in any way, shape, or form immoral to do an abortion.
I do consider.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to say hello to some people in the chat. There are some new faces again. Nikki is here. Hello, Nikki. You're not a new face. How are you? Thank you for coming by. One Deep Savage. It's funny you say that. Yeah, she starts rapidly blinking. Yeah, whenever he gets on her nerves. It's that. I did not say anything about abortion. I did not say that. What is that? What the heck? This woman has like, it's so blatant too. I don't, how dare you talk this way to me, okay? I mean, she's like in utter shock that he is giving her any resistance whatsoever, okay? Whatsoever.
Considering it's a murder.
Well, then that would make you a murderer, ma'am.
Well, then that would make you a murderer, man. I love it.
No, I didn't make the decision because I wanted to. It's because...
Well, you said he forced you.
Did he go with you and do it, or...?
No, he didn't.
So if you don't consider yourself...
He didn't... No, just hear that real quick. They asked her, did he go with you to get the abortion? No, he didn't. So how did he force you? How? What, the Force? What, are we in the Matrix again? What, did the motherboard? He went to the motherboard and pushed you over to do it? I mean, this is insane.
For murder,
all of that.
Then you can't consider having an abortion murder.
So you're saying that's okay? It's okay for he to do that?
Well, not from my worldview. I think it's awful.
Is that okay? Is that okay to get impregnate a woman and ask her to get an abortion, like taking a pregnancy, like taking a Plan B pill? Is that okay?
From my worldview, no. But from your worldview, you just said it's fine. You just said from your perspective, from the Buddhist perspective.
I didn't say that's okay. I said it's not okay. That's why I'm upset.
So is it?
That's why I'm upset. Because I cannot believe that I came here because women in America not supposed to be wrong, okay? It's like be a customer in Bergdorf Goodman. Customer never wrong. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. So how dare you? You get it? In America, see, women can't be wrong. That's where we're at. Thank you, Hillary Clinton. Okay, women are always right. Get it? Women cannot be wrong. And she's in utter shock. Like, how dare you give her any resistance whatsoever? Why are you questioning her? What she says goes. She's a woman. Not in China, though. Only here.
So is it murder?
See, you keep playing this question. You keep playing this.
Siege D, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, this is why Andrew Wilson is needed in the RPI, red pill. What's the I stand for? I'm still new to this. Okay, yes, this is why we need him. This is why we need him, because he's the only one that does this to these women. And it's always like women. It's how? I don't understand it. I still don't understand how the Manosphere, the red pill community, allows these women to create these platforms for themselves, make themselves famous in their sphere. Why? Why are you allowing them to do this? It's craziness. They're going to end up taking everything down. They're going to end up destroying everything. Look at this. Wrecking balls.
Well, I mean, it's because I don't understand. If it's not, if you didn't take a human life, then why is it actually a problem?
That is a human life. I was pregnant.
Then that would be a murder, wouldn't it?
I didn't say it's not a murder.
And if it is a murder, then that would make you a murderer, wouldn't it?
Not me. I didn't, because I didn't want to.
Is Fresh?
Well, did he swallow the pill for you, or?
Wait, so are you saying that Fresh is the murderer?
Yes.
Because he wanted to do it.
Because he wanted to do it. You guys heard the voice message. He pushed me to do it. He never showed up.
Did you just not want to be a single mother?
Andrew,
he pushed her to do it. And you notice something else that's out of control? These women. It's just like the Millennial Millie one with Andrew. It's always these other women coming to save her. Look at this. They're saving her. They're answering it for her. Well, she didn't want this. She didn't want to be a single mother. How did Fresh murder a baby? You had an abortion on your own. He didn't even show up. You just said that. But women can't say anything wrong here. That's where we're at.
I didn't want to be a single mother. I didn't want my baby daddy to be like someone like that.
But no matter what, you still had the decision to either take the pill or not take the pill, right?
Yeah.
So thank you, Madison. Thank you, Madison.
Yeah.
So it just seems like you're putting all of the accountability on him. I think that's what we were trying to say.
Oh, I didn't. Well, definitely not. That's not what I meant.
Let's get back to the...
Look, okay, you think you're so cute and everything. Don't get her out of here. Okay, I'm supposed to be the most beautiful one here. Why is she here? Don't you talk to me that way. Okay, I don't. Anytime somebody say something she don't like, it this looks. Somebody should make a cartoon out of her. She looks like a cartoon character.
Video though, so you did have this video called "We Are the Victims." Nick, if you can just pull it up real quick, We Are the Victims. There it is. That's a nice penthouse apartment, by the way. Is that
Airbnb?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Airbnb. Again, who's funding this? Oh, I got a hair out of the way. Who's funding this? Who's financing this? Who's funding her? Where does she get this money? You're not even dating fresh anymore. How are you in these penthouses here, there? You're shot. How? I'm dying to know.
Like, we're here to take you down.
You can pause it. What do you mean by you're here to take him down? Like, is that your goal? You want to take Walter down?
Yes.
Why?
Wow. Yeah. She said yes.
Because you hurt me.
Okay, maybe that's like, let's just say that, take your word for it and that he did hurt you. I don't doubt you there. Do you think it's like, do you see yourself just moving on from this?
What do you mean?
Because he hurt me. So she wants to take Walter down because he hurt her. Can you imagine her trying to do this in China? How dare you come to China? You be in jail, girl. Forget about that. Think about it. Think about what we're letting these broads get away with. They're prostitutes. They're honeypots. They're honey traps. They're whatever you want to call them. It is political espionage. These platforms are political platforms. I don't care what anybody says. They sway in a political direction that this government right now, this administration, does not like. Okay? And they would like to do anything they can to shut it down, to slow it down, to end the message, to discredit it. Look what they have done. There's a Chinese spy sitting on all these platforms. Look what she has done to Fresh and Fit, one of the biggest platforms in the space. Now she's on the whatever podcast. Who knows? She probably had Brian's underwear on earlier. Okay? You get what I'm saying? It's nuts. Okay. Couple more clips. This one is a short one. This is good. This is what I'm talking about. This next clip, I'm not even going to intro this clip until you see a little bit of it. It's not that long. Actually, I'm going to tell you who it is because everybody might not know this. ABBA from ABBA and Preach. Okay, ABBA and Preach has 2.1 million subscribers. Okay, 2.1 million, right? Wait till you see. Now, let me just give you a little bit of pre-roll on this, okay? So, she was running around from podcast to podcast. She got in touch with them because, they're big and they're huge rivals. ABBA and Preach are huge rivals of Fresh and Fit. I'm talking like it's not good, okay? She goes to ABBA from ABBA and Preach for help. He's trying to help her or, use her to get more clicks, whatever he's doing, right? He's, hey, these are opportunities that these people took. It's sad, but whatever. Watch what she was doing to him that people may have been unaware about until recently. Look what she was doing to him, okay? Watch.
Yeah, homegirl's trying to flirt with me. She's like, yo, I know you want me. And I was like, huh? She's like, I know it. You want me. Now please download Snapchat.
Are you okay? Look at this. He took these messages and he's putting this out. Now, look, I'm just going to get ahead of this. Why is he putting this out? Before she does. These text messages are nuts. I know you want me. What's your Snapchat? He says, I don't have one. Okay? Don't use apps. Don't use much apps or phones. Don't even have IG on my phone. Then he laughs. She says, create one. It's safe to talk over there. He's like, safe? Watch. I'm going to let it keep going.
I'm like, nah, I don't want no more apps. She's like, please do it for me. And she thought that shit was going to work. I was like, nah. It's like, so why are you talking to me then? And I was like, listen, you just had an abortion. I just made sure you good. That's it. And she's trying to lay it on thick. And I'm like, listen, I'm like, lady, why are you...
let's just look at these messages quickly. She says, put it up. Can you bring it up? She says, nothing major. I was saying that I may have found you interesting because I think about you constantly. I think about you constantly. This is Daisy texting ABBA from ABBA and Preach, and she's saying, because I think about you constantly? Now he says, I get that, but you're also coming out of something and going through an abortion. I can be supportive, but it probably isn't the most responsible time to be interested in me romantically. Hello?
Make sure you good. That's it. And, you know, she's trying to lay it on thick, and I'm like, listen, I'm like, lady, why are you being so aggressive? It's not like we out here sharing every detail about our lives. Like, why are you trying to say something? This is weird. Like, let me get this straight. You just date one YouTuber, okay? It goes horribly. You get pregnant by him after you accelerated the whole process insanely fast. Then you thinking about going through an abortion, which you do end up doing, and you lie about the timeline. And then with the person that was helping you to expose all these details, you trying to start some kind of illicit relationship. Huh?
You see, there's one more clip after this, but this is short. You see what she's doing? She's honey trapping him. She's honey trapping him. This is insane. So she already did what she did to Fresh. She comes out, she makes up all these alleged this and that and the other thing, right? She's got lawyers now. She's running around. Now she's running to their biggest rival, which has 2.1 million subscribers and change. We're talking about major platforms here, okay? He's all the way in Canada, for God's sake, and she's trying to get into a relationship with him now. But apparently she just had an abortion from Fresh, but she's trying to get into a relationship with him. She's thinking about him. Look at these text messages. You're telling me this woman is not a spy? You've got to be kidding me, right?
Listen here. I like to cover days of our lives, but I ain't trying to be in it. My name ain't Walter. I ain't from Barbados. I don't like coconuts, and I ain't into tricking. That's not for me. I want my personal life to be free of abortions, free of drama, baby mamas, and everything in between. I'm not down for that. Now, I think it's really weird that you trying to get back into anything that's even remotely close. So why are you trying so hard? Hey, let's be honest. Let's be honest. A woman that looks like that and takes pictures like that ain't laying it on thick with a nigga that look like me. I ain't saying I don't get it in. I ain't saying girls don't check for me. But a girl that look like that take pictures like that, ain't making no advances on me. Unless it's for that shmoney. No, we don't have to lie to ourselves. Don't get me wrong. I do get my DMs. They don't look like that. Okay? And I ain't a dreamy type. I ain't no MLK. I ain't no sleep, no American dream, no nothing. I live in reality. I date real normal people.
Guys, now you're telling me, okay, and I have one more clip after this, but you're telling me that this woman is not being guided. She hasn't been trained. Look at the moves that she's made. She's just look at the moves that she makes. She gets with Fresh. She gets inside of Fresh and Fit. She's around Myron. She's around all these people, right? Something goes wrong. My theory is that Fresh started getting a little weird, a little bit suspicious. Something was off, right? He breaks up with her, but she's still in his house. She gets mad, comes up with this whole thing that she's pregnant. But if he hadn't broken up with her, I think she would have stayed in the space as long as she could. Get it? Moving around, navigating. God only knows. She probably tried to get with Myron. Who knows? How about the people working there? How about the producers? You don't think she's tried to get with them? The producers of Fresh and Fit? I'm gonna go with probably. All right, let me read some chats. Okay, 999, good woman, bad bitches. Keen. Okay, you're talking to Keen. All right, Keen says, I don't think Daisy is a spy. I think she has to serve under extreme duress. This is bad, you guys. This is bad. I mean, their biggest rivals, Fresh and Fit, ABBA and Preach, right? Everybody that knows the space knows this. Look at what is going on in the space. It's all a major wrecking ball. This is crazy. Whoever is orchestrating this, and it's not Daisy that's orchestrating it. It's way bigger than her. She's just a tool, okay? Look at this. This is a mess. This is an a total mess. And everything Fresh and Fit stands for is the antithesis of what just happened here, right? Crazy. Okay. I have one more clip for you guys. And of course, it's the Crucible. Back on the Whatever podcast. Now, pay close attention to the rhetoric here. Again, there's no one like this man. Okay. Are you ready? All right.
It was a question for Daisy, if you don't mind. I was just wondering, do you think that Hong Kong should be free?
What? I already said I'm not answering any question that's related.
Okay, I understand. Do you think that what happened in Tiananmen Square was good or bad?
I'm not answering anything that's politically.
Are you catching this? Are you catching this? I'm not answering anything that's politically. Yeah, because that's what's going on her text message right now. Yeah. She can't talk about China. Now, don't you find that strange? Don't you find that strange? I mean, I don't travel like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not like worldly, whatever, but think about it. My parents go to France. I've never been. But let me ask you a question. Do you think my mom goes to France and she's like sitting around and can't speak about the United States? Don't you find that a little odd? Don't you? And then she's trying to act like she doesn't know history. Okay, I mean, give me a break. Give me a break.
Okay, so you're not sure if Hong Kong should be free? Should it be free, Daisy? Should Hong Kong be free, Daisy? Tell me, should it be free?
She's not engaging.
You're not going to answer, huh? You don't know if Hong Kong should be free?
Trying to trick me so hard.
No, it's not a trick. I'm asking directly. Should Hong Kong be free?
I'm not answering questions.
Okay. Does anybody now not believe that the Manosphere has platformed a Chinese communist national? Anybody want to say I'm wrong on that? How could this happen? She refuses to answer a question like, should Hong Kong be free? Like the situation in 1989, the Tiananmen Square. I mean, if you know your history, that's when students in China, okay, tried to go against the Chinese government to fight communism, and the government killed thousands of students. She's not allowed to speak about this? This is very serious, people. This is not a joke. Really. And, if it wasn't for the Crucible, who would expose these people? Who? I mean, the Saint and the Sinner is really good at it too. He's one of the other ones that when Jasmine Jafar and Farah Khalidi, I mean, Farha, whatever you want to say, she's sitting openly admitting that she worked for the Biden administration and that she worked for 4 years for Gloria Steinem, who was a spy, who was a part of the CIA. What are we doing here? This is insane. Insane. Multiple podcasts have platformed a Chinese spy. Okay.
That's not for me to say. That's
yeah, but in your opinion, in your personal opinion,
I don't have
should Hong Kong be free?
Opinion. Sorry, but you think I'm stupid, but I'm sorry, you're not getting anything from
I didn't say you were
my...
stupid, I'm asking.
Because you're asking this question, you know this is some type of question we're not supposed to talk about.
Ooh! Now tell me I'm wrong. You heard it out of her own mouth. Because you're asking me this question. You know this some type of question we're not supposed to talk about. What do you mean we're not supposed to talk about it? What do you mean, Daisy? What do you mean you're not supposed to talk about it? You can't have an opinion on Taiwan, on Hong Kong, on a situation that happened in your government where students were literally murdered by their own government? And we have people in New York City running around with signs that say Communist Party USA? Where are we right now? This is absolute insanity.
So I'm telling you right now.
Supposed to.
You know,
Only if,
and that,
I mean, maybe
why are
if
you
the
asking?
CCP had control of you.
Why are you asking?
Exactly. You hear what he says? Maybe if the CCP had control of you. Exactly, Andrew. That's the only reason why Daisy wouldn't be able to have an opinion on whether Hong Kong should be free. Okay? The only reason is that the Communist Party of China is controlling you, which is also why you're running around telling people, go ahead, deport me. Go ahead. You think you're so smart? Go ahead, deport me. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. She seems very invincible, no?
He had control of you.
Why are you asking?
Answer,
but why do you ask? Why do you care?
I just want to know, do you think Hong Kong should be free?
Google it.
What about Taiwan? What do you think about Taiwan?
Google it.
You don't know? What about, you know where Tiananmen Square is, right?
I don't know.
Step away from.
I don't know. She doesn't know where Tiananmen Square is. She's from China. I'm going to say this. How dare some Chinese, okay, spy, national, whatever you want to call her, honey trap, come on an American podcast telling any of them what can and can't be talked about. Who does she think she is? This is insane.
You don't know anything about any of that?
Nope. Not good at history.
What?
No.
You're not good at history, but you know that you can't talk about it, though. Right?
Okay, well, I was just curious. I just want to get this on record. You don't know if Hong Kong should be free of Chinese influence? You're not sure?
I said I'm not answering the question.
Oh, okay.
I said I'm not. How many times should I tell you?
But hey, I was just curious. It's a legitimate question. I was just wondering what you thought about Hong Kong and Taiwan, and if you thought Tiananmen Square, did you think that was okay, or
what did I miss? I was gone.
He asked her a political question and she declined.
Okay, all right.
Basically, just asked what she thought of Hong Kong and Taiwan. That's all. I was just curious. But I mean, I understand, because there could be some kind of political ramifications if you were to take a position on that in your home country, right?
Oh, Andrew, you're so good. Ramifications coming up.
Is that right? There could be ramifications against you in your home nation if you were to answer those questions. Is that correct, Daisy?
Wait, what does this have to do with dating?
What does this have to do with related to my situation
it has
with
a lot
Walter?
to do with dating. If you're talking,
Think about this. I got to stop it. I'm so sorry. You have to think about this. It's funny to me. She can come here to the United States, use all our resources, take all our courses, right? Do whatever she wants, use all our platforms, use our talking points, but she can't talk about anything pertaining to her country? Interesting.
You tell me. How about you talk about it?
Student visas to date, and they get
I'm not on
impregnated by
student
United States
visa.
citizens. That has a lot to do with
I
dating.
am
So I'm
not
just
on
curious.
student visa.
Daisy, tell me about.
Have you ever seen my visa? Do you know what visa I'm on? I'm not on student visa. I don't have to tell you. You go figure it out.
Well,
if
you
you
just
ask
tell
me this
me.
type of
Is it a
question,
student
I don't.
visa?
I don't want to answer you.
Oh,
So-
She doesn't want to answer him. Doesn't want to answer him. These people come here, they go to college here, they do this, they do that. And now, forget about all of that, okay? She's suing, or claiming to, allegedly suing, using our court system, our tax money. Right? Because you know where this is going, right? She's coming here to this country. She's not even a citizen. And she's suing one of our people over this. Think about what I'm saying here. Can you imagine? Just reverse it. Go to China. I go to China. I have an affair with somebody. I don't like where it went. He hurt my feelings. Now I decide to go get a Chinese lawyer and sue that person, okay, who happens to be very powerful, and use all, you see where I'm going with this? No, does nobody like get this? This is insanity. Insanity.
Go find it out since you're so smart.
Well, I'm
making allegations that doesn't make any sense.
What kind of visa are you here on?
Like, he's just being crazy right here, trying to get me, like, cheat me right here, because he know that.
How's it a trick?
Certain of the questions that I'm not supposed to talk about.
Here we go. He's trying to trick her because he's asking questions, and this is out of her mouth, that he knows I'm not supposed to talk about. What does that mean? You're not supposed to talk about what? You're in America on an American podcast. Why can't you talk about your opinion on whether Hong Kong... I mean, hello?
Like, you're just trying to accuse me because I'm not American, so...
Here, let me
I know what's in your mind. I'm not that stupid.
I'll help out. Andrew, would it be treason of me if I were to date a woman who is part of the CCP?
Yeah, I would say so. But not only that, I would say that it ties directly into dating, to ask about people who are here on visas, dating American citizens and getting impregnated by them. I don't understand how that wouldn't be pertinent to dating.
By the way, my first boyfriend ever was American.
Yeah, right. No, I understand, right? So
interesting. Her first boyfriend was American. How does dating... It's just like what Andrew said. What do you mean? She's a honey trap. This has everything to do with dating. It has everything to do with the fact that she's on our platforms in our country, infiltrating your spaces, the Manosphere, and taking down people that are pushing a message that are very powerful in an election year. Don't forget, people, this is an election year here. Okay. Have we forgotten about that little sickness that was running around? I mean, this is insane.
So, why do I have to need a visa to date American men? American men are everywhere in the world, and as everybody know, I traveled everywhere. I have all this access to all the American guys. I don't have to come here to date American guy.
Wow, she's traveled everywhere in the world, and she doesn't need access. She has access to American guys no matter where she is. I don't need to come here to the American guy. What kind of access does she have? I mean, these beauty queens, really. I mean, you talk about access. Really? And you're going to sit, people are going to say that she's not a spy? Really? Nobody really can convince me otherwise.
yeah, no, I understand. You can date American guys in your own country, but you also are dating American guys here in this country, right?
So?
Yeah, so then it's pertinent to dating talk for this country if you're coming to this country and dating American guys.
I came here, I met this guy, and I did not ask him for a date. He asked me. So ask what happened. Ask your man. Ask your guy. Don't ask me.
I wasn't even
sound like
asking you
I
about
came
that.
here to find water. I did not find anybody. He found me.
Political beliefs that you have from your home nation. That's all.
What are you trying to say in here? Like, what are you trying to say?
I'm just asking you some general questions.
You did, and I told you.
I just want to know what you think about Taiwan. That's all.
And I answered you.
You don't know what you think about it?
I'm not.
You do know that Taiwan's a country, right? I mean, you know that, right?
I'm genuinely curious. Did you have like questions for the other panelists?
And who the hell? What does she think that? Really? How about you shut up? Okay? How about you just close your pie hole and continue prostituting on OnlyFans? Okay? I won't even get into what she said fresh. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? This is insane. What do you mean? This woman is on the whatever podcast, on Fresh and Fit, all these things. She's suing. Right. She's gone on other podcasts saying that she wants to put him in jail. It's very serious. In jail. Her words. For what? No one knows.
Like, because I'd love to hear more from them.
No one really cares what you'd love to hear, okay? First of all.
I know, but we've been hearing from them for a while. She was muted for almost 40 minutes. So I just wanted to follow up on
What does that got anything to do with me?
We talked about her for like 4 hours. We should give them the chance to talk more.
Yeah, I was just curious. I just wanted to... I just wanted to see if I get an answer to the question, that's all.
By the way, just real quick, talked about her for 4 hours. See what I mean? 4 hours. All about Daisy. All about Daisy for 4 hours.
Anyways, moving on. Did we...
Prior
Maddie,
to that, we were saying
here,
how...
read this one, Maddie. Oh, fuck.
David Tuzeciak donated $100.
Okay, never mind.
Brian, Jesus, thank you, Maddie, for getting my name right. Marlboro, I smoked 2 of her cigarettes as an ex-smoker. It felt good, but my question was, what is the main red flag to look out for in women?
What's the main...
Guys, well, you get the gist of this. You all know my opinion, do you not? To me, the Manosphere has been infiltrated. Now, this particular situation with Daisy Chen, now she a spy, okay? Now how dare she come over here and do this to her because she I'd love to see her go over to China and pull some of this crap with some of their politicians or whatever, okay? She's a spy. She's a honey trap. The space has been infiltrated. It is an election year, okay? If they are willing to shut down people's bank accounts that showed up to said place, okay, they will do anything. We are at war. I still don't understand why any of these podcasts would platform these spies. Every time I turn on one of these podcasts, one of these people are on it, for the most part. The big ones. Patrick McDavid, Valuetainment, Sozcast, think about it. They've all been on all of these places. We are at war in this country. Things have to change, or they're going to change for the worse. For all of us. Now, look, like I said, the Handmaid's Tale's coming, and you know what? People better watch out because the Crucible has an army behind him. Daisy, you better not come back here, okay? Now, you're lucky you're not around me because I give you karate chop. Guys, let me say goodbye to everyone in the chat. Siege D, solution. Date Asian girls like Maddie instead of Asian girls like Daisy. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. You know, and it's not about what race anyone is. It's about the agenda that these women have. Look at Pixie. You're going to tell me she's not an agent? You're sitting here. How is it that somebody like Pixie, let's just use Pixie, okay? Because I used her a lot in my little Manosphere message to the Manosphere, the CIA agents, the FBI agents, right? And I always say hello to them every time I enter. Hello, FBI. Hello, CIA. Okay. Hello, Secret Service. Thank you for these. Let me just say, what are we talking about? It's not even about people that are in another country. They're right here. This is crazy. Pixie has literally done the same exact thing in a way. Not to the levels of this Chinese national, okay? But Pixie has been able to go on podcast after podcast disrupting the message. How is this possible? How? What happened to these platforms being about men and growth? Now it's all about feminist talking points. I don't even know what to say. But this whole thing with Daisy should be a really big red flag. A big Chinese red flag, okay? That we cannot have this continue because we gonna be in big trouble. Now look, I thank you all for coming. Everybody in the chat. 999, Drew Boo, exactly. Okay. Keen, thank you for coming. Byron, thank you. Everybody who coming here. Okay. Chaos Confessional people. Everybody who coming here. Everybody. Thank you so much. And now I want to tell you something else. I bootleg your baby. Okay? I bootleg everything. I bootleg anything you need. You need pregnancy test, you call me. You need me show you something for sonogram, you call me. You need anything, I give you. Okay? Now, I am DiBRAVA. I hope you have a good night and you come back soon, very soon now, okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye, guys. Thanks so much. I will see you again very, very soon. Let me know in the chats if you think Daisy is a spy. I'll see you later.